Okay. Tiernan says okay. Hello. Fucking hell, 14 updates for Discord. Okay, says Tiernan. Fixture's response times are so long that I don't even remember what we were talking about. Very funny, gentleman. Hello, Tiernan. Let me know when you're online and I'll call you. Teeny weeny. I've been reaching out to places for learning to drive, Tiernan. And one of the places today said they can book me in, but not until August. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. How long did you have to wait when you booked yours? Is that a reasonable amount of time, or should I look elsewhere? No, so what happened yesterday was I had a major allergic reaction. I don't know if you can see this on my eyes. It looks like I'm in a fist fight, but no, not this time. I had a proper bad allergic reaction to nicotine yesterday. And I was throwing up everywhere. I nearly fainted first. And then I threw up everywhere. And then my eyes just went like fucking bright dark red all around them. So obviously I'm never having that again. But people were thinking I've been in a fist fight. Look at eyes. They were way worse yesterday. They were way worse. But yeah, after that, it's just made me very like sniffly and stuff, and sore throat. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. I couldn't tell if that was me or you, because that was my turning voice. How was seeing your parents? Hello, I can hear you.
It's okay.
How long has it been since you've seen them?
Maybe not.
Hang on, have you got another mic to switch to?
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you. You just sound really weird. Hang on. Have I got... No, I've not got noise suppression on.
I had a switch mic because no one.
Right, that sounds... It sounds bad now. Maybe it's because you were far away from your mic. I don't know.
This is something
I can hear you now. No, I can hear you. Leave it. I can hear you now, yeah. Yeah. So how long did you have to wait when you booked your lessons?
I think it was... I don't think it was that long. I think it was maybe a week. Just
A
'cause-
week? Yeah, definitely not that long then. Fucking hell. Or that's like 3 months versus a week.
But I know sometimes you have to wait a long time to get booked in.
One thing I was looking at this person's Facebook page, and people were like, you know how they post people that have passed
Yeah.
with them? And I was looking at their Facebook, and they were coming from places like Utoxeter, which is like an hour and a half south. So these dickheads in the cities are like not able to find an appointment because I suppose there's a bigger
Yeah.
demand in the cities. So then we'll travel to smaller towns and take up all the appointments here. And it's such a city boy thing to do. I mean, Utoxeter is not really a city, but it is. I think that's ridiculous. Shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Yeah, I know that like times even like looking the test is quite difficult.
Yeah. Well, it's the theory test that's a ball ache for me because I have to go to fucking Stockport.
No.
I hate Stockport. Oh, fuck's sake.
Boring. I forget all the theory
Is it?
tests.
Well, it's like, I shouldn't say this on stream. I'm going to say my friend said this to me instead of me. But my friend says that after the CBT, they passed their CBT, they just made it up as they went along with the highway code. You take all the signs. You take all the signs as inspiration, but not. You don't have to go by it too strictly. But I took my bike in today. I'm joking about it. I took my bike in today because I've got some dry stone walling courses that are like 30 miles away next weekend, so I need to get it sorted. And as I was riding, it went and started pissing oil out of the oil tank. And I looked back at it, I felt like Anakin Skywalker in Episode 1. I was like, oh, fucking hell! And I could see it in my mirror, and there was like smoke coming off of it and everything. And then I got to a junction. It's called Five Ways Junction because there's 5 ways, which means it takes fucking ages to pass. It lets like 2 cars through, and then it takes ages to pass. And I was sat there for fucking ages, and I could see this puddle of oil spilling out. It's not a major thing.
Oh god.
I'd just broken like a screw last night. Well, I suppose it is a major thing, but it's not like the fucking oil's tank's destroyed or anything. But I could see the puddle growing, and I was like, and then the light turned green, and some fucking cunt in a van just set off at like 3 miles per hour, like really slowly. And then he was the only person that was let through, so I had to wait even longer.
No, fucker.
So as soon as the light turned green, I just drove down the fucking middle of the road filtering, which I never usually do, but I was so pissed off by that point. And then I drove on the wrong side of the road. No one was letting me out to cross over. So I was like, fuck you all then, and I just rode straight across. Because I'm not going to sit there, potentially fuck up my engine if all the oil's ran out, and sit there in a ball of fucking smoke and maybe flames, just because some fucking retards, don't get a wiggle on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, waiting for people comes. I like it. I don't know. This game's live, by the way.
When are you getting back into your driving?
Hold on, let me turn you up. Hopefully over the summer, because I haven't driven a car in a long, long time.
So have you got a car back in Ireland still, or is it your mum's?
It's just my mum's.
Alright. You should make all your mistakes now, Tin, while it's not your fucking vehicle.
Yeah, I don't know if I would get a vehicle though, because it's like what as a student,
it is ridiculous.
Honestly,
What I will say is the amount of jobs that say you need a driving license, so it will help you to get a job. Maybe not so much if you go into archaeology or something, but say if you ever wanted something outdoor-ish, they will pretty much all say that you need a driving license. So it is good to have that. But yeah, I'm the same. The only thing I'll ever buy, Tiernan, is a van that I can live in. If I was to buy a vehicle, it would be a van that I could live in if I needed to. Like sleeping.
Yeah.
I could understand that, but how do we deal with the gypsy, Tiernan? How do you want to play this?
What gypsy?
The gypsy. In my chat.
Oh.
We've waited to have words with you, Preston. Did we wait for Kieran? I don't know if Kieran's joining today, but we're having words with you today, Preston.
We can wait to hear because
I can hear the smile. I can hear the smile. I can't. I don't know if Kieran's joining though. I know he said the things of name then. I don't know if Kieran's joining because I think we should shout at him now. I got punched because of you. The thing. Look at this black eye. The thing. This is your bullshit that's caused this.
Did I join your party? No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just on it. OBS.
I got told to, because obviously I have to transfer my job back home, and I was just told today that it wasn't sorted, even though a month ago I got it sorted with my.
Why is it not sorted? I would think that would be such a ball ache as well, like all the paperwork.
Well, I put in the form, and then my manager back home he messaged me about a month ago and said, "When's your availability?" And I said, "I'm available most of the summer, and I would like, maybe work 2 or 3 days a week."
That's reasonable. That's manageable. Yeah. Thing about that turn is it keeps your sleep pattern in order. It keeps your purpose going, but it's not too much that you can't enjoy summer. Go on now.
I wanted a few days off, and I said ideally I could have like maybe 2 days contracted, and the rest could be just covering sick people if I wanted to make loads of money. But the manager back home is quite bad with his phone, so he only messaged me a month ago, and he hasn't got back to me since. I messaged him last night, and then one of the
you don't think to call him?
I'll call the store before Sunday.
If you need an answer, I would just call.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Some people are like that. I'm like that though. If someone texts me, unless it's super urgent, I won't reply. But if someone calls me, I'm like, oh fuck, and then I'll answer. All my mannerisms are in your accent now, by the way, Turner.
Oh.
Yeah, go on. Anyway.
What was I saying? Yeah,
Colin.
One of my managers in Liverpool said that apparently I haven't done it properly, and what I need to do is, rather than... Shukrach said I need to reapply for a job.
That's what I was going to say. Like, do you not have to reapply?
Because originally I'm just told, like, you just transfer and then your manager
Isn't that what you
shifts.
did into Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to I didn't apply for a job on the company website, and that's what I was told to do. And I'm just looking on the company website. There only is like, I think ideally I want to work mornings, because I would rather work mornings and have my evenings free, because that's just what I preferred always.
Yeah.
But I think the only jobs online were like 6 there. It's Saturday 9 to 6.
It might just be so that you're on the books if you apply for a job. If they know you've worked there before, they might be more lenient with you. It might just be a case of you having to be on the dairy books, financially, and for national insurance and stuff. So I wouldn't take the job person too serious, but it's weird how you have to do that in Derry, but you didn't have to do it in Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll just have to put it through or whatever and look at it tonight. So, but it's just more stress.
Yeah, well, it's not an important thing. I know obviously money's important, but it's not worth stressing out over. Just get what you can done. When are you back in Ireland?
I'm back the 20th, and then
this month.
No, the 21st actually. But yeah, I don't really know if I want to go back for long. I don't know.
I thought you were going to stay over there for the summer.
Yeah, I do. All my friends back home. I don't know what they're doing, because obviously they're at university as well, but they might just stay in their other cities. But
well, you shouldn't base it around your friends.
No, I'm not. But I don't really know if it's like. I obviously want to see everyone and like work a bit and do all that, but I don't know how long.
Hello, MZ. How are you?
After how it'll get boring or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, but you also don't want to be the one guy that stayed on at Liverpool and then you're like there's nothing to do over here, you know.
Oh no, I don't want to stay here. I want to go back for at least maybe, a month or no, maybe a month and a half or 2 months.
And just enjoy it. You need to go to Newgrange. You should celebrate a pagan festival as well. Like,
yeah,
at
Newgrange,
like me and the Jippo did.
Yeah. Jippo. Do you call them Jippos?
Who is a gypsy, honey?
Oh.
Tired, so just chilling. Are you getting back into streaming yet? I saw you post a schedule a few days ago. Did you notice the black eye first, or did you only notice it when I pointed it out?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't really notice the eyes because it's hard on the stream to see, but it's more like the facial expression overall.
What are you trying to say?
You just look like, you know, if you're tired, you're like, if you've been awake for maybe like 40 hours.
I didn't get to sleep after work. As I say, you talk about stress. Well, I was fucking Ghost Riding it down through the middle of town with oil pissing out everywhere. So I got home, and I had to have caffeine to get me through that because I felt ill all day at work today. So I was like, there's no chance I can risk riding. Because it was quite dangerous because the oil was pissing out. Well, that gets on the wheels, and obviously then it's very slippy. So I was like, I've got to have some caffeine and just wait and, lock in a little bit. But then because of that, I couldn't sleep when I got home. It's a vicious cycle. By who? By you. The thing. You caused this. So are we saving shouting at Preston? Turning.
Well, we can wait until later.
If Kieran...
I need to get like a bit more
angry.
I need to play the game. Yeah.
Tired. Yeah, I'm fucking tired today as well.
Oh, you're in a game?
Yeah, you'll probably get invited. I'm very tired today. I had a major allergic reaction yesterday, AMZ. Oh great, the match has ended. And since then I've just been like fucking feeling like shit. Operation over. Kaiserslacht.
Was your mum, when you moved out for the first time, was your mum upset?
Well, I fell out with my mum around that time. I don't know if you remember. So, I mean, I don't think either of us was upset, really. We were both pissed off at each other, but that was good, though. That was, looking back, it was a blessing in disguise, because it made me, like, not want to rely at all on her on anyone. After that, I was so pissed off that I pulled my finger out and I stopped pissing about. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, this music.
I just wasn't sure because what were you gonna say?
We're gonna respond to AMZ. Well, it was nicotine. I had nicotine pouches under my lip. And I went really fucking dizzy. I've had them before, but I went really dizzy. And then giggled loads. And then fucking violently vomited everywhere. And then in the middle of it, my eyes just turned into panda eyes. For no reason. And they've sort of stayed since, I've got like burst vessels since. So what were you going to say, Tiernan?
I was just going to say about my mum. Because, I wasn't sure if it's just all mum, but my mum was, upset.
Yeah.
But, every time...
Over the top. What, when you went to Liverpool?
When I went to Liverpool, when I came back and then I left, every time I leave, and I don't really know how to react, because I'm not really, obviously, I feel it, I can pick up an emotion.
You're not an affectionate person. Yeah, we've noticed, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not fucking Galicia. Don't join the match, Tin. Oh, actually...
shit.
Well, it might not even be Galicia now in Battlefield 1. I might join and then it's not even Galicia. No, it's Galicia. It's just a flat map. It's awful. And the only vehicles are planes and assault tanks or assault
snipers.
Snipers.
As well. A lot more.
Neighbour's dog bit me again this past Sunday. This time it was really bad. Well... Are you going to get it put down, MZ? I don't know how. I think it's probably the same in America. If noob only, ban hacker, or map balance.
My game's broke.
They promised the dog. You know, I actually really, a lot of dogs I really don't like them because you never hear of like people being mauled and getting rabies from a pussycat, do you? Like cats can be dickheads, but you never hear about like babies being mauled to death. So I'm gonna be a fucking Anubis squad for life. Not Anubis. Who's the feline one? Sekhmet. Sekhmet.
All right.
Maybe we do Suez. Reported it, not sure what. Well, the dog will probably be put down, especially if it's been reported before. They don't even second guess it in England. If there's a dog attack and it gets reported, they're killed straight away, really. But,
does that happen?
Eh?
Does that happen?
Yeah, well, I would think it's the same in Ireland as well.
Well,
So if you get bitten by a dog, and you're gonna report it to the police, they will try to find the dog and the owner of the dog, and basically force them to have it put down. Basically, it sounds.
Is there no like?
What are you gonna do? Send it to doggy prison? Turn.
But there's no like second chance type thing, is there?
It's up to the person that's been bitten. But if you think though, like,
right, okay.
we're not just talking about adults. It could be a child, you know, or you could get a disease from it. So, I mean, I think I wouldn't call it in unless it was a really bad. I'd probably boot the dog myself, but I wouldn't want to have it killed unless it was really bad, you know, or really aggressive. There've been times when I've walked past dogs and they've nipped at me. I think a lot of the time, actually, for a weird reason, it's the boots I wear. They seem to scare dogs for some reason. They do. No, I think it's. I don't know why. It's so strange. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'm thinking of a specific dog. It was a border collie, and it proper bit my leg. And I think it probably was abused when it was younger by someone that wore, army boots, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not a big fan consistently of dogs, if I'm being honest.
Are you able to invite to the game? Because I always have the issue where it doesn't
I'll invite to the game now. There you go. We're actually in a match.
Oh, I got that one. It's never allowed me to join.
I'm not going to shout at the gypsy. I'm not going to shout at him, but if he's watching, I'm going to ask what the plan is. Is it to pretend like nothing's happened? Is this the friendship now, Gypsy? I can call you the thing or I can call you the Gypsy. It's up to you. Is this
the Gypsy's better?
The Gypsy. Yeah. It's not the Gypsy King like Tyson Fury. It's the Gypsy princess. So is this our friendship now for the rest of the time? Is it then, Gypsy? Is it?
You need to invite me again, by the way, because it said failed to join.
Oh, maybe it's because the server's full. I don't know, but else.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, if it don't work this time, just find Suez. I think it was the only Suez server. Exactly. If it was a kid that dog attack, it could have been way worse. I mean, there's plenty. Ah! Fuck me, man.
Jesus.
Why did it spawn me in front of someone's bayonet charge? What the fuck?
It's fine.
A lot of bikers have issues with dogs. Mountain bikers and motorbikers. Some dogs are lovely, but...
Is it just operations?
Suez operations, Oil of Empires, yeah.
This game's a fucking... I'm gonna have to look at... Must be full.
It seems like that is what you want. No, it's not pressing at all. I tell you what I want. I want a fucking apology. I want an apology for Tiernan. I want an apology for Kieran. And I want an apology for me. And if we don't get one, that is the end of the friendship. But what I'm going to say, actually, is that we're not just going to be pretending like nothing's happened. You've been a dickhead with me for months, right? And it seems like the nicer I am to you, the worse you are with me. And your reasoning a lot of the time's ridiculous. You know, like, the amount of times you've fallen out with me because of low frame rate on games and stuff, it's very immature. You know, and we've shared pagan festivals together. I've taken you places that your parents never will and never would. Never fallen out with you once. You don't, but you've treated me like shit, Preston, in my whole life. Yes, you have. You treat me like shit. You speak to me like shit. You don't respect me. You don't show me respect. You said a week ago, right, I wasn't going to shout at you. We're saving it for when Kieran does, because Kieran's pissed off with you too, mate. But you said a week ago that you don't give a fuck about Kieran or Tin and they mean nothing to you. So you owe them an apology for sure. For me, it's not a specific one thing. For me, it's the way you spoke to me. And it's just the general way you speak to me and the way you are towards me. After everything I've done for you. And you fall out with me over the dumbest of shit. Like, you'll have like 50 FPS instead of a flat 60 FPS. And then just won't talk for a 4-hour stream. It's a fucking... No, it's a joke, though. Like, Presto, it will have, like, 55 FPS. It'll drop to 55 for 1 fucking second. And he won't talk for the rest of the stream. So let me just tell you, right? Let me just tell you. Imagine, like, today, I'm fucking well tired. I'm ill. I'm not feeling good, right? I still stream because I want to talk to my friends. The amount of times this has happened, but I'm streaming with you, the Gypsy, and then you're in a mood. So I'm going without sleep. I'm feeling like shit, but I'm still streaming so I can talk to my friends, right? The guy that calls himself my best friend, and he's in a mood because his frame rate's not high or because he's falling out with his mum, and he doesn't talk to me for 4 hours. And a week ago was the last straw, mate. Well, the week ago was the last straw. We had banter in my Manalord stream. You'd already sort of fallen out with me. We had banter, and you were being a dickhead over message with me for no reason. I was just talking to you about the battle in it, and you were being a dickhead for no reason, which is why I've not messaged you. And funnily enough, when I don't message you, where are the messages to me, Preston, eh? Because I don't think you appreciate it, Preston. I message you every morning saying, how are you, how did you sleep, are you still streaking? And I give you a mission for the day. I keep you on fucking track, mate. Where's that for me? You know you didn't actually come out my nuts, don't you? You're not actually my problem and you're not my son. But I still did it. Can I just ask, do either of your parents do that? Has any friend up until now done that for you? Checking in on you every morning. Who's done that? Can I just ask? Has Gwen done that? Your Cartoon Net character girlfriend? No, this is why I'm pissed off, President, because I don't think you show me respect, right? I just don't. And I just want a conclusion. Either we're falling out and we won't talk again. That's okay. It'd be a shame, but okay, if that's what you want. But what we're not going to do is have turning up to stream, say yo, and comment 4 generic fucking comments throughout the entire stream and pretend like nothing's happened. We're definitely not going to do that. If you think you don't want to be friends with me anymore, that's fine, okay, but we're not going to do halfway house shit. And you do owe me an apology, and you do owe Tiernan and Kieran an apology. Even Tiernan, who takes the absolute piss out of you, man.
No, I don't.
You do, yeah, you do. You used to. Like, you're still friends, though. Like, you do owe an apology for that. The thing is, though, these fake arguments, Tiernan, Preston started. Do you remember back in the day, like, where he would go on a fake rant against you, and then he'd be best friends with you an hour later? Yeah. That was his thing. And now everyone else is caught on to that and starts doing it with him. And he fucking hates it and he falls out with us for it. But you invented it. It's like the man that invented the light bulb and then goes around smashing light bulbs when people use them. He gets pissed off at people using his invention. It makes no sense to me. And I'm sorry, but arguing with your mum or having low frame rate is not a reason to fall out with your friends. Me and my mum argued loads when I was on holiday, Preston. Was I nasty to you? I don't remember being nasty to you. And even though you've pissed me off, I still messaged you and told you good luck on your CBT. So, that's my piece said. I will warn you, you've probably got a Russian novel coming from Kieran, because he's pissed off at you. But I'll leave him to do that. You're a stubborn little fucker, Preston.
Was the internet ever fixed?
For Preston?
Yeah.
See? You show me that clip, and out of context, I feel really harsh. But what that clip doesn't show is the fucking like three or four streams where we couldn't play anything because his mum hadn't called the internet. All Preston needed was an email address and like the fucking physical home address, and he could have phoned it up himself. But he was like, "No, I've spoken to my mum." Yeah, your mum's got a fucking great track record of being reliable. Your mum, as long as it loads Facebook, does not give a fuck about the bandwidth. That's what that argument was about, man. That's what that argument was about. No, I don't know if he ever got the internet fixed, but what those clips leave out is how many times I asked him. It looks like I just flip out at him once, but I asked him, literally, it was over 20 times. And he just kept saying, yeah, I'm sorting it, And then I remember asking him like 3 days into the whole charade, so has your mum called? And he was like, no, but I'm going to ask her to. So he'd not even asked her. He'd been telling me that he himself was going to call it, but he'd not even asked his mum to at that point. And that was another thing that frustrated me, was like, I was at work, right, and I would come home from work, make time for a stream, which is not easy, as you will well note in, and making time for stuff after a work day. It's almost impossible to do something after a day of work or uni or whatever. I would make time afterwards to stream, and then he couldn't even join the fucking server, he couldn't even join the party, he couldn't even join the lobby, and he would have a robot voice every time he talked, and he would say I was imagining things.
Was that the Total War one where...
Total War was one of the games, yeah.
When... what was it that happened? He would like cut out or disconnect and it would...
Yeah, and well, I lost my greatest victory is what happened. We won a battle, outnumbered 10-1. We got one of the rarest achievements in the game. And we were on a hard difficulty as well. Even rarer to get that on hard difficulty. And we lost that because Preston kept... And if it was once, fair enough. Again, these clips don't show the context because it happened across 3 or 4 different Total War games. AFK to make food. What are you having, AMZ? I've had some sausage rolls today. I don't even know if you have them in America.
Were they warm or cold when you got them?
Well, the second one was cold because I left it in the fridge after trying to time it out. But the first one was warm. I wish I'd just eaten both of them straight away, to be honest. The warm one was a lot nicer. The problem is as well, you can warm it up in the microwave and it tastes nice still, but it's got a weird consistency then.
Dickhead. Sorry.
It's like a sweaty fucking penis. When you put it in the microwave, it just goes really soggy. It's still nice though. Sweet Italian sausage patty. Well, if that's what you call it. We've got different words for that in England, but I might start using that name. See, precisely what I said I didn't want to happen to Preston is happening. I said, let's not just pretend like nothing's happened and not confront it. And he's doing it now again. Either say yes or no. Like, either say, yeah, you're right, Kai. Here's an apology. Or say, no, fuck you, Kai, I never want to speak to you again. I'm not doing this shit, because we had plans to go out to stone circles and stuff. Do you think I'm doing this after this behaviour? So let's decide, and I'll get a new apprentice if you don't want to be my friend anymore. Yeah, he is. You tell him to. That's what Tim thinks of you, Gypsy.
And there's a bastard, a fucking cunt, Russian cunt.
Say it's not genuine because cause more shit and I don't want that. So do you believe that I've caused shit, Preston? Do you believe it?
Or what he's saying?
You know, I don't even want to demand an apology because it's not about text. It means it's not gonna. You don't mean it, but even if you're not messaging. No, but granted, Preston, what I'll give you right is that I am short-fused and short-tempered. So a bad situation I definitely make worse. But I do not think our bickers recently have been caused by me. I absolutely do exaggerate them and make them worse. But I'm never the one to join a stream in a bad mood and put everyone in a bad mood. I'm never the one to lose a streak and make it everyone else's fault. I'm never the one to be in a bad mood on stream and then just be angry at people, unless it's Kieran. in the past, but no, I don't do that anymore.
Saying,
I might make situations worse, but I don't think I've caused anything. And clearly something's happened, the Gypsy, because this isn't how our friendship was, is it? Not once have you messaged me. I'd not even an apology. You just said, oh, alright, I'm not messaging now. That's fine. Tatty bye. It's just a bit weird, really. You know, after everything you said to me, I swear you must have ovaries, Preston. For the you act like some of my exes. You did.
Shit.
You're acting like I'm fine with this. Well, it seems like you are. But the resolution, I've proposed a resolution. I want an apology, and I want a. Why is it like this? Why have you acted like this? That's all. That's it. That's it. Don't even want an apology. Why have you acted like this? I'm not a talker. You are like my ex. Well, one of my exes for sure. You are. You absolutely are. Right, well, you do what you want then, and we keep pretending like nothing's happened, and you go and see if Cody takes you to Stone Circles. I'm sure you'll have a really good time.
Yeah, shit.
You know, I'm going to say, actually, the way you describe Cody as treating you, do you not see there's a similarity here with how you treated me? Anyway, I'll leave it now. Whatever. I hope you did well in your CBT. I hope you passed it, but if you don't...
I want to know what happened. I want to hear more.
So do I, but I'm not... If he's just going to be... If he don't want to be friends or whatever, I'm not... The advice is gone. You know what I mean? Like, I gave the Gypsy advice about life with everything. Like, all he had to do was listen to me, and he would make no mistakes, but didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find it weird about... Because I
You can't get annoyed at us for chatting shit to you, Preston, when you chat shit more than anyone. Tiernan never cried once, and we've bullied him loads. Just as a joke. We used to take the piss out of him about the social pyramid situation loads. He probably deserved it, some of the shit old Tiernan came out with, but...
What social pyramid?
You told me once that because you go out to clubs, you're going to say this never happened, because it was on stream, but you go out to clubs, so you're higher up on the social pyramid than me, was what, those were your words.
Oh, did I say that?
You did, yeah. Hey, it's the past now. Anyway, it's a joke now, but... Well, did you pass your CBT? Even just me posting that funny video about the thing when he takes his CBT and it's the old guy that takes the door out. He didn't even reply to that. That you can't say you've not had a problem with me because you ignored everything.
Bless.
What do you mean?
Why the fucking...
What do you mean? So you didn't struggle with the clutch or anything?
These I'm not gonna say anything racist.
You know, my mum's turned proper sexist, but against women. She used to have a go at me all that. She still has a go at me for being sexist. You know, I say shit, that bitch belongs in the kitchen. Just, you know, about women that are dickheads, not about all of them. But then, if someone's slow in front of us in the road, she goes, fucking women drivers! And then we'll pull past them and it'll be like a 50-year-old man. And I'm like, it's a man, mum. It could have been a woman. He drives like a woman. And I'm like, fucking hell, you have a go at me.
Oh, no. Oh, bless.
I'm just gonna get some tissue because my nose is running. I'll be back in a minute.
I'll
bully the Gypsy while I'm gone.
Okay. Hello, Preston, are you there? Don't worry, I wasn't even involved. Oh, it's over.
We have lost a prize more valuable than all the oil in these lands. Our only path is retreat. While the
10 kills, one. Oh, you are still here. You need to explain what happened. You need to message me privately what happened. Win one round operation.
What's the gypsy saying to?
I just asked him if he was there, and he said, "I'm here."
What do you
He
mean?
said, "What's what?"
Balance was impossible. So at low gear, because I struggle with that. But once I got out on the roads, to be fair, I struggle with that too. But once I got out on the roads, which is what they're really looking for, that I passed that once there was some speed. Taking off the balance, yeah. The trick is to walk. I don't know why at the CBT they make out like you've got to have your feet up the entire time. To be honest, I forgot this was even a thing. But the trick is to walk it.
Oh.
It's at slow speeds. It's not when you're going 40. Did you get out onto the roads then? I don't have an issue, but if I apply or massage you, you're just going to get more mad at me. Well, to confront the issue, to address the issue, would be manly and would be erring behaviour, not to pretend like it's not happened. And it's not like I've been slandering you behind your back or saying, "Oh, I always hate that guy on streams." I didn't kick you out of any groups. I didn't block you. But nice to see some effort from you, because the gods know I've made effort for you. He wouldn't let me because of balance. That's the shit. That's the thing is because all you have to do is get to the road stage, and then after that you're fine with balance because you go up in speed. Oh, why's the game looking?
What was the thing about the hoodie?
Say again. Oh, see what? I don't know if I can tell it or if Preston's gonna start crying again. If this is gonna be counted as me bullying him. Right. So the high long hoodie thing.
Yeah.
So, you're not in the game.
I am in the game, but
Monty Grappa.
Let me join I'm on your team with Monty Grappa. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. Right.
But I'm not in your squad.
You're on the enemy team, I bet.
No,
oh, no,
I'm
no,
in your
no.
squad.
So the high long hoodie.
Are we defending?
Yeah, the high long hoodie was nearly £70, and we were looking for something his size. Like, it's an expensive fucking item of clothing, to be fair. And we were looking for his size, and I said, just try the large on, Preston. You know, like you do. But because he wasn't sure if he could try things on, and I could see him side-eyeing the guy behind the till, like, nervously, but I pretended to not notice. And then I went off and did my own thing, because I was like, I'm not going to fucking talk to him like he's a child in public. So I went off and do my own thing, and I look over, and he's pretending to faff with the zip, like he doesn't understand how a zip works. And I was like, I knew exactly what he's pulling. And I walked up to him, I looked him in the eye, I said, Preston, fucking try it on. And then he just looks a bit sad and starts unzipping. And the guy behind the till, the best part is, Preston was trying to avoid an awkward situation of being told he couldn't try it on. The guy in the till comes over and says, do you want to try it on, mate? Like that. And he's like, and then Preston magically understands how the zip works, conveniently. But he was worried he was going to get told off by this guy, but I was like, my logic was like, you're paying £70 for a hoodie. You want to know it fits.
Yeah.
And it's not like they were behind glass fucking cases or anything. They were all hung up there for a reason, so you can try them on. I'd understand if it was fucking lingerie or something, but it's a fucking hoodie that's not even going to be touching your underarms because it was sleeveless. But I knew exactly what he was doing, and I knew what he was going to play, and I walked off to leave him to his own devices. And then I see him pretending to be absolutely baffled by this zip. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Because I know what he was doing, because I did that, but when I was 7, not when I'm fucking a grown man. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was one thing,
less.
but we'd stopped talking by this point. But that was one thing that I was going to suggest is just trying to get on a push bike about balance. But as I say, you hated me by that point, so
No.
I didn't. And I didn't think it would be an issue, but I suppose, yeah, if you're lacking, it's a second nature to me. But I suppose if you've not been on a bike since you're a little kid.
Jesus, just bombed.
Hello, MZ.
There's bastards everywhere.
See,
There's bastards.
I had issues once with balance when I got out on the roads, and I sort of stumbled too far into the middle of the road. Fuck me. But other than that, once you get going, it's easy. It's just at slow speed. But the thing is, like, once you slow down, they don't show you this in the CBD, but any CBDs. But once you slow down, just walk. Like, you just walk with the bike between your legs. Because going at slow speeds now, I'd fucking struggle, you know. Onions and peppers, very nice. Are you eating well again now? Or are you still struggling?
Ooh. He's dead. Oh, we're losing A.
I'm at A, but there's a fuck ton of them here.
These are bastards.
We bastards, aren't they, Tiernan?
Fucking bite.
Oh, I lost. Got some kills though. Size 10. See, you made out like you were a skeleton though, MZ. Size 10. I don't know. But, I mean... Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of weight to lose, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure you made out like you look like a freak of nature or something, MZ. Is it just, what is it then? Is it metabolism's too fast, or is it a thyroid issue, maybe, MZ? 12, okay. I was thinking this was like a 3 or 4 year thing. 5 months is crazy.
I need to switch gun. Okay, I'll do that one. She's a scum.
See, I didn't even sort of think that it would be any issue with balance, Gypsy Princess. I thought you'd have the same issue as me, where it was clutch.
Oh, fucking bastards. Oh,
okay, now I understand why Preston didn't reply to that video I sent then. Because what if he got sent home early from the CBT and then just saw me put in that video where the old guy just takes out a fucking shop window? They're trying to blame it on mental health as he can't find anything. It's like when archaeologists like fucking say they don't know why a pyramid was built, so they say, oh, it was ceremonial, bro.
Oh, these Italian bastards.
See, I was thinking that I would lose the skill because I've not been on my bike for a few months, but today I rode it like a beast. It felt amazing. But...
We have lost objective apples.
Let me see what gun.
So you think I should go elsewhere and ask about appointments elsewhere, Tim, for the driving lessons?
I don't know what it's like in your area, so I don't know.
Oh, he's pulling the Irish card. What a surprise!
But August is
I can hear that smile.
Quite.
Just not much. I think I asked this last time, but have you tried liquid calories? Very good for gaining weight.
What's nicotine that you're trying? Like what form is it?
So it was just raw like pure nicotine in a pouch that you put under your lip, and I've taken it for the last few weeks and had no problems. And then, for whatever reason, yesterday I just had this mass. Well, I have had problems, like slight side effects, but they were balanced out by how much more alert it made me feel. and how it really helpful. Originally, I only bought it because I was like, if I lose my streak while I'm down in Cornwall, I'm gonna take this. But I never lost the streak, so I was like, well, this just seems pointless. So I started having them and felt great on them, really. But then,
there's a bastard.
yeah, I started having side effects. And then, yeah, I'll not be messing with it at all after yesterday. It was awful.
Uh-oh.
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 Have you checked your thyroid, AMZ? Because I know that's a big thing with weight gain and weight loss.
Did you say the mass gainers are disgusting?
Well, you have to like half dose them. That's why I asked how many calories would be in your protein shake, because you said you could take the taste doubled up. So I was wondering how many calories would be in that. If that tastes nice and you double it up, would it equate to like the same calorie amount as my mass gainer, only it tastes nice? Ah, shit. Because I have to. The problem is, don't go in there, Tin. There's a flame trooper in there. Don't come and rescue. Oh, he's dead. Oh, I think they just locked the door though.
But I died. I'm gonna change gun.
Yeah, it's just the consistency. It becomes really thick and sloppy. Sometimes I can get it down, but other times it's fucking vile. And I think knowing what you're like, you'd hate it. But then again, it's higher calories and higher protein. I think.
That was only a small box because I said I would only buy a small one and consume it all before I go away.
Well, that's what I was on about. You were saying you're only gonna have you only got a small one and everything, but then you were going on about why not have 2 a day, and I'm like, Tin, you just started, and you've always gone on to me about making money last and you can't afford it or whatever. If you were only to have it at one time, I would say first thing in the morning is the most important. You don't want to be having it before bed anyway, Tin, because a full bladder is going to make you lose your streak. So I don't even have it before bed anymore, even at the cost of losing some size.
Is it? No, I don't want to say this publicly.
Use a code word. Can you code it? This is gonna be super fucking obvious. This is I already know.
Related to bad stuff.
Why don't you want to say it then?
Well,
Turnin, you once said that you sniffed your wet patch in bed to check if it was a loss of streak. So don't be saying, "Oh, I'm too shy." You Turnin, bro. Turnin from you did. Turnin from the past was a mad fucker. I smelt it to make sure.
We are losing objective butter.
Oh shit, he's gonna kill me.
Could even change the subject.
Yeah, he's dead. It just feel like I'm going to the toilet a lot more.
What, since having the protein shake? So
Yeah.
before bed. Oh, you mean dropping off a number 2?
Yeah.
Oh, you will. Yeah, you will. That's unavoidable. But it'll be worse in the first few weeks of getting used to it.
No.
I mean, it won't be quite. But that's natural and healthy. It's actually better for you like that. The only thing is, just make sure. Oh, you're trying to fucking usurp me, bro. I'm the boss, and you're trying to usurp me. Okay, see you, Emily.
These bastards are bastards.
Whoa, I'm dead. They've got a tank out there. The tank's just poking through the door.
Yeah.
So how long were you on the CBT then, Gypsy?
Defending behind us. Oh
Because
shit.
a girl from work tried to do the CBT and had the same issue. Stop laughing, Tim. And had the same issue, and they put her on a fucking scooter. Like a 50cc scooter. So I'm surprised it put that. You know, they put her on a scooter and she still kept falling off, and they just told her to leave. No, actually, what they did was they said that, but they went out on the roads and left her back at the base on a scooter, just driving around in circles just to make her feel better about it, I suppose. But like, if they put you on a scooter, you're not passing. Like, I don't know why they just didn't tell her the truth. And she's sat back at the base. She's a bit mongy anyway, but she's sat back at the base and driving around in circles, probably thinking that they're going to come back any time now and change their mind. But they've just left her behind because she was holding up the rest of the group. And she's not getting a bike anymore after that. Yeah, they did that to someone else, to this kid, but why didn't they do that to you, to put you on a scooter? Did you not ask? I mean, don't get me wrong, I struggle with it too. Like, I struggle with the balance and the clutch. It was the balance and the clutch at the same time. Had I only had to learn one at a time, it would have been fine, but I pulled through in the end. I should have had caffeine that day as well. I was very that was one of my anti-caffeine arcs. But I figured, because I was doing really badly up until lunchtime, and then lunchtime it was like, right, we're going out on the roads. But I was just about. The problem was they put me with someone that had been driving cars for most of his life and that rode a motorbike in the past. They put me with him, so obviously any teaching they were doing was gonna be scaled to him, rather than to a brand new rider that didn't know the highway code and didn't know.
See if these bastards kill me.
Didn't know all of that. But luckily I pulled through because I figured it out. Like, I realised, like, if I don't get my shit together, this is going to be a fat load of waste of money, so.
Bastard. He's a fucking cunt.
And luckily I pulled it together at lunch, and I was just, like, focusing in my mind and everything. And I pulled it together after lunch, and because I got the vibe. It's just the way they teach you at the start, though, when they take you around on a track where it's marked and everything. It's not very efficient, but it's just something you have to do. But it's really not an efficient way to learn it at all, because it's not realistic. It doesn't feel like a road, and they expect you to have this like full mastery over a vehicle that you've sat on for an hour. As I said, I mean, I joked about this back in the day, but they took me around in figure of 8 circles on the CBT is great because it means you can go and learn at your own pace, provided you pass it. But they put me around in circles and doing figure of 8s on in a car park, and then you have lunch, and then like, right, we're going 60 miles per hour on this country road. There's no in between. You're going to have to get a push bike then, Preston, because, I mean, that job I sent you was a push bike job anyway. So, well, I've said no more advice. I've said no more advice, actually. Banned advice.
These are a load of fucking wumps.
Seeing that Sparklight show, it's so unpopular. That Star Wars one.
I've seen it advertised on buses.
Yeah, I'm not fucking watching that shit. They're doing that thing where they give away the first 2 episodes for free in cinemas. It's that disliked.
Oh.
One of the main actresses, this fucking like half black, half Jewish bitch, said in her last film. That's what she is. I don't care about saying it. She said in her last film that she wants to make white people cry with her film. So it's, fuck her. I will say she's a half black, half Jewish bitch. She's allowed to say that. Of course, the media will be like, oh, this slightly controversial comment. But if someone, names the nose just once and says, well, hang on a minute, why are all these paedophiles of the same clan? Oh, kill them! Or in Germany, they're singing Ausland oder Aus, Germany for Germans, throwing us out. They're acting like, a million children have just been gassed. No, just some people are getting sick of all the rapists in Germany, and they're singing a funny song. But this fucking Hollywood actress says she wants to make all white people cry. But then when it flops and doesn't get any views, they'll have another thing. They'll say, straight white males ruined this for everyone. Well, why didn't everyone go and watch the show then? I cancelled my Disney Plus as well.
Oh, I never had a Disney Plus.
I had it for Merlin and Sons of Anarchy, but yeah, I've cancelled. I should have cancelled it sooner, really, because I was only watching like fucking 2 episodes a month anyway. It was a waste
Can
of
you
money.
fucking revive me, you bastard? There we go. Yeah. I love seeing the whole, like Palestine thing, and there's like the massive seething and coping by those people because they're like, everyone's against us.
Yeah, people are, normies are waking up. That's what they don't want, is normies realising what they're like. But the normies just think that the ones in Israel are bad. But yeah, the ones their mates over in America definitely aren't bad at all.
Yeah.
No, they've changed their ways. It's just the ones that are living in Israel. It's the magic dirt, bro. It's the dirt that's turned them bad. It's just the land they're living on.
People like picking up on like all these the Jewish lobbying groups, like all the money and stuff going towards politicians, and they're like, even the normies are like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, boycott whoever, whatever. I mean, it's
they
all
hate
the
that.
Wokies, but like...
Yeah, but the Wokies... Israel's been grooming the Wokies to be a slave force for the last, pretty much 100 years now. Well, since the Russian so-called revolution. And to see their slave force turn on them, like, that's fucking hilarious. And that's why they're terrified of it.
Yeah.
Especially when Africans turn on them. When Africans are turning on them and saying, we hate... Like that video back in the day, remember that classic? You remember that? Do you remember that classic in the middle of New York? He goes, Hail Hitler! It's fucking African in the middle of New York City. But because they've been grooming African immigrants now for decades to hate white people, even though they're living in white countries. And then to see them turn on them, this private army that they've been grooming politically for decades, to see them turn on them now, it's funny.
Yeah.
Get that food down, yeah, MZ.
Killing everyone.
Cookie Monster time. That was a classic. I remember sharing that on my fucking Twitter as well. I was on another fucking level back then. I remember I got a message from Stewie asking me if I was hacked because I said kill all someone.
Oh. Yeah, it's funny just seeing them. I mean, like, I can't give a fuck about either side, but it's funny seeing it all just fall apart.
But you can play into it and encourage it.
Yeah,
which is what they've been doing with European nations, like with France and England, for example, for decades. So this is another thing that I've seen hate from the media for people bigging up and encouraging a war between the two or anything. But that's exactly what you lot have been doing for ages. You tried to get as many white people to invade Iraq as possible. Told us we were about to get bombed and everything. They just don't like it when we... Well, the thing they hate the most is when we use their tricks against them. They fucking hate that. It drives them mad.
Oh, that's our plane.
Bro shooting our friendly plane. Can I just highlight a fact? I know Tiernan going to want me to bring this up as well, Preston. So you've been watching Vampire Diaries with Red Eye, right? So these 2 grown men, one of which is incredibly homosexual, have been staying up till 2 AM in the morning and watching romance scenes, because there's a lot of I watched it when I was younger, and there's some really good fight scenes and dialogue, but there's a lot of romance, especially the first few seasons. It's like teenagers at school saying that you're my one true love and everything. 2 grown fucking men are sat there going, yeah, this is a great experience, guys. Watching teenagers at school talk about their one true love and everything. I just find that hilarious. It's not even that it's a sex scene or anything. No, you're watching a fucking romance scene. I found that funny.
Because
Like,
he's with the time zones, he's staying up late to
Yeah.
watch that as well.
yeah.
So it's not like
Red Eye didn't give me much of a choice. That doesn't make it any better, you saying that.
no.
So we sat you down and peeled your eyes open and made you watch these teens tongue kissing.
And this is probably why Kieran hates it as well, because he'll ignore Kieran on his streams, but he'll like talk shit and talk all this gay stuff to Red Eye.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I'm
it's
not,
like,
that's a
what's
good
going
point.
on?
That's a good point. It's one rule for Red Eye, another for Kieran.
Yeah, oh yeah. Should bring that up when Kieran's back.
Yeah, we need to write that down mentally.
Right.
I don't think Kieran's gonna need any more ammunition from the sound of his messages the last week or so. Just the way I wait until I get Preston at a party. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. He's right though. I mean, to say that to you, I'm sorry, Preston, but you and Kieran were closer than me and you for a while. Like, you were doing more things together. And to say that you couldn't give a fuck about him or Tiernan is vile.
That's a bit crazy.
You two were like best buds. It's not that we weren't best friends too, but you two were best buds. Like, you were doing you're watching all your shows together and everything. And to then say that you don't give a fuck, these words have consequences, Preston. You can't just, oh, I didn't know you could get on the roof up here. You can't just play it off and say, oh, I was angry with my mum that day. It's a vile thing to say. And like, say if Kieran died for whatever reason, and then that was the last thing that you'd said to him, it's vile. When you piss me off, Preston, I might call you a little retard or whatever, but I never say something I didn't mean like that. And you, really, if your excuses are your mum's been a bitch with you, is that not what she wants? To cut you off from all your friends and encourage you to ruin your friendships so that you have to take a shit because she's the only one you've got? It seems to me like you're doing everything she would want you to do.
Yeah.
What happened to the Preston with that had a fucking ball sack on him that would put his foot down and was a reasonable man? Something changed. And don't say you lost your streaks a few times on road, because I've had that before too. I certainly didn't lose my way in life and betray my friends. Right, so, and your response to that, Preston, is to say, right, you know what's going to fix this situation if I ruin all of my friendships?
Yeah.
You know what's going to fix the situation with my mum and with not, the CBT not going away? I'm going to ruin my friendships. That's going to fix it all. Words can have lasting effects. They can, and I don't think it should be punishment free, the things he's said. He's not said anything specific. Well, actually, he has, but I've always played it off as a joke. But what he said to Kieran and Tiernan was pretty vile, actually. And you could even argue that Tiernan deserved it. He didn't, but obviously you two argue all the time and everything. But you and Kieran have been best pals for ages, Preston. To be like snapping at him like that, and they didn't even do anything. I'm pretty sure I was arguing with Preston, like we were debating on Telegram or whatever, or in my chat. And then he was like, "Yeah, I like Tiernan and Kieran. Fuck them both. I hate them both. They don't matter to me." You two were just sat there like eating your dinner watching the stream, and then Preston just turns to you and punches you in the face for no reason. I'm going to go get my protein shake. I'll be back in a moment.
That's a good idea.
Protein time.
Es ist keine Schande, eine Schlacht zu verlieren. Wir haben gekämpft wie die Löwen, aber sie waren stärker. An der Küste werden wir aufs Neue wie die Löwen kämpfen. Denn wir haben geschworen, die Ehre des Reiches zu verteidigen. Und als Männer von Ehre stehen wir zu unserem Wort.
Soldaten, they are upon us again, attacking our last defenses. This hill will be their first target.
Lagged
If they
again.
defeat us here, then we must fall back to the old Castello and never relinquish it. If we lose the Castello, then we have no choice but to retreat to our last fortress above the sea. There, none shall pass.
Are you there?
I'm here.
I've got some custard creams and I've got some bourbon creams.
Oh.
I stole them from children at work.
Oh.
I quit judo the other day. Walked out in the middle of a session because this guy, this new starter, he's like a proper chav. I've told Kira this, but I've not told anyone else. He was having a go at me. I was spreading the flight out, and he was like pissing with sweat, and like oh no, I dropped my custard cream in the drink. He could barely breathe, and I was just sort of playing with him, and he was getting pissed off at me and glaring at me. And he was like, "Why aren't you attacking? Go for an attack!" And he's sort of arguing with me in the middle of a match. So I was like, right, okay then. And I took him down in 5 seconds, and I had him in a chokehold on the ground. I was choking the life out of him, and then he tapped. And he got up, and he was like, "If you want to fucking fight like that, let's take it outside right now." And he like starts shouting at me, and I said, "Don't fucking threaten me, you chav." Oh. And then an argument goes back and forth. An argument goes back and forth about it. And choking him out is completely legal. You know, I'm allowed to do it in that session, and he asked me to. Basically, he was annoyed because I beat him very easily. And he was trying to argue, and I was like, back the fucking back off. And I had my fist up, and I was ready. I was like, you fucking back off. And he keeps going, and this fucking so-called sensei is just stood there doing nothing. Everyone's sort of stood doing nothing. Some of my friends there sort of stood in the way and were trying to break it up, and one of them pushed me back and was like, "Oh, you're too big to be getting into a fight. You might kill him and everything." And then I was like, "Do you know what? Fuck this." And I went to go and get my drink and then to leave. And he fucking follows me across the mats, like gobbing off like a chav. And I'm just laughing at this point. And I looked over at the sensei and I was like, "Do you know what? I'm not coming back." And as I left, a guy that hadn't been there in fucking ages and had actually broke his toe, so he's been off for a year, he came back. That was his first session back. He walked out when he saw this happening. He's like, "Do you know what? I don't want to be here if that's how someone's treated that's been there from the very beginning." So he quit because of what happened as well, and I've quit now. I said I'm not going back.
Oh. And no one done anything?
Well, my friends did, but the sensei, Adam, this guy stood there trying to get a rise out of me, saying loads of insults to me, which is hilarious because he's a balding, spotty chav. He's saying loads of things to get a rise out of me, and I didn't say anything personal. I was just sort of having a go, but not saying anything personal. His fucking son's there, his little like 5-year-old son, and he's acting like this in front of his son. And not once did this guy stop him. Did the sensei say, chill out, stop? As soon as I start giving it back, this sensei shouts and he's like, "Kai, back off." Oh, I've been kicked. And I said,
"Kai, back off."
Yeah, he said, back off. I'm stood there taking all this shit, and the moment I start giving it back, he tells me to shut up. So I said, "Do you know what? Keep your fucking club." And I left. And he's called me a bunch of times since, but I'm not answering. I was getting sick of it anyway. Yeah. No, I didn't. I got kicked.
Oh,
I'm going to join another one.
Yeah,
I was getting sick of it for a while anyway, because it's as we've spoken about in the past, Turning. Some of the shit we were learning is just like fucking yoga. Like, you wouldn't use it in a fight. If you used it in a fight, you'd get laughed at. Like, some of the moves, I had a masterclass with a really high-ranking guy from judo, and a lot of it was good. But I just thought, like, if someone pulled this out on the street, I would just kick him in the balls. And it wouldn't matter what kind of move he does with his arms. He's kicked in the balls. He's done. Yeah. But take the street fight aspect away from it, and then you just go to, like, competition. But most of these moves you wouldn't even use in competition because a lot of them are like spins and flips and stuff that you're just gonna end up giving your back to an opponent and get choked like an idiot. So, and that's been wearing on my mind for a while. That Chav dude had been there for 3 weeks, and he was telling he's telling everyone how it's done, but he'd been there for 3 weeks. I think he was threatened because I've seen his Facebook, and he called himself a strongman or powerlifter, but he's like 80 kilograms. He's proper small. I think he was expecting to be the muscle man of the club, and that title's mine. You know, that title is by far mine there. And ever since he's joined a few weeks ago, I've seen his eyes on me. I know there's a resentment there, and you know, and he's got some kind of hardcore personality disorder as well. I could tell, and people go like, "Oh no, don't do anything. It's not worth it. He's clearly got something wrong with him." I say, I couldn't give a fuck if he's got missing legs. You chat shit like that to me, and you know, I left because I was like, I'm not getting because it is a very real possibility when you're big and you've got a lot of mass, you could kill someone with a punch. And I'm not getting a criminal record over a fucking hobby. Yeah. So I walked out, and I saw this as a good opportunity to leave anyway, because I've been dissatisfied with the club for a while, for other things as well, which I'll get into in a moment. But I walked out and left, and then this other guy, this Frank, this older guy that I broke his toe back in the day, he left too, and he said he's not coming back. And as I'm walking down the road, and my mum comes and picks me up, and I tell her what's happened, and she's like, right, let's fucking wait round this corner. When he comes out, we'll fucking run him over. She was more angry than me. She wanted to not only run over the guy that had started on me, but run over the sensei that had just stood there and done fuck all. But I was very calm. But, like, if it happened today, like, I woke up today well angry about it, and yesterday well angry about it. It was Tuesday that it happened now. But a few people left, though, I think, because I seen the day today, he posted on Facebook, the boss, saying that they're downsizing to a smaller room. So I wonder if they've lost a few members, and now they've not got enough members to fill that room out. But, I won't have any of that shit. And I've got other shit to do now. I just don't... I think a lot of these Chinese and Asian martial arts, they've got some good stuff in them, but they're just they're make-believe. They're just make-believe. I don't understand why he was like that, because I was there since the second session. I was one of his earliest people, and I've been one of the most loyal, too. And he would stand by, and this guy that's been loyal to him, been paying him all the time, and looked out for him, and helped the club. He would just sit there, this guy that's been there for 3 weeks... They're mates behind the scenes, I think, is what it is. And he'd just sit there and not do anything about it. And this is what Frank, the other guy that quit at the same time as me, said. He said he couldn't believe, you know, even if it was me that was to blame for that argument, that other guy that was effing and jeffing and swearing loads there, he couldn't believe that that's being allowed in a dojo. You know, these are supposed to be sacred places.
Yeah. So
and the thing is, if I flipped, they would be dragging his body out of that session. I showed so much reserve. I was just calm. I sort of giggled about it, and I laughed, and alright, mate, whatever. And I walked out, and that's not appreciated. I got messages from people that go to judo saying, like, they did say, you know, they're proud of me for not flipping out, and they know a bit about me, and they know I could have got angry. They said, we're proud of you, how you reacted and everything. But nothing from the boss. I've had missed calls from him that I'm not answering, and I've had a message that seemed a bit passive-aggressive saying, whatever happened last night or whatever, you know, are you okay? Like it was me that flipped out. But
so what do you mean it was you that started it?
It seemed like he was implying that, yeah.
Oh.
But basically what had happened was, I suppose it was me that started. He spoke to me like shit, and I said, don't fucking threaten me. Or you'll regret threatening me, is what I said to him. Because he said, let's fucking take it outside if you want to be doing chokes, he said. I said, don't fucking threaten me. Well, I'm not fucking threatening you. And his little son's there as well. I don't mean to rant anyway, but yeah. All I meant to say was that I've dropped out from judo now. There's other shit. Hello, Willie Lord. There's other shit that put me off about it, though. Like, he's giving everyone belts now. I worked for months to get it, and like me and Harvey, the other guy that was there from the start, and another guy isn't there anymore, but called Marcus, we went through the whole thing to get the belts and to get the ranks. And then he gets these fucking newbies that don't know shit and just gives them grades and belts because it looks better for him at a competition. Yeah, you said it did it with girls. He went easier on the girls in your session.
Because I was there for about 5 years,
Yeah.
and you had all these. I don't want to be like rude, but you had like fucking wimps and pansies.
It's true.
7-year-olds, and it would take them like a year, and they'd be already 3 belts in.
That pisses me off as well.
Just to get 3 belts.
That pisses me off as well. It's when if they reach brown or black belt as a kid, it carries over into adulthood. Like, bro, that does not carry over into adulthood.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, he started do the same thing. More. Yeah. Well, that's not good for them though. Feminists would be like, oh, that's great, they're giving girls a chance. No, it's not good for them, because then they go into the real world thinking that they got the skills of a proper black belt, they get leathered. Or they think that they can go toe-to-toe with a guy that's a foot taller than them and 30 kilograms heavier than them, because they're a higher grade. They try it in the real world and they get fucking beat the shit out of it. It's not good.
And when you look
that's
at
not
what
quality.
they're getting black belts for, it's not actually for fighting, it's this wimpy shit like lying on the fucking ground.
Or knowing terminology. Or knowing the Japanese names.
Like you're trying to fly about, across
the
room.
Yeah.
It's not actually.
But half the shit you would never use. Even like fighting like the sensei, the boss who's been doing it for like 25 years. I beat him. I would say, I would say there's 3 rounds that he's beat me in. Every other round has either been a draw or I've beaten him in, and we've had like 20 or 25 fights. Yeah. And it just goes to show that I'm sorry, but the moves don't work. I've got the advantage of weight training and weightlifting and that strength, and he's got the advantage of knowing these moves. And if you can't down me with it, and if I'm manhandling you, it just goes to show that a lot of the moves don't fucking work. Because if they did, surely, did you ever have this turn and where growing up, if there was someone at school that was supposed to have done martial arts, his dad's a black belt, everyone was supposed to be scared of him, but it's like it means nothing. As you say, it's like ground escapes and stuff.
It's all shit. I love fucking fluff.
Judo. I quit my judo the other day. I was talking about. I'm not going to go into it again, just because I don't want to rant into people's ears. But I'm going to rewatch the judo now.
What was the other thing you were on about? Or did you leave the game on? What was the other thing you were
about
on?
judo?
That wasn't the only reason. Yeah.
Well, one was the grades, giving everyone the grades that haven't worked for it. What was the other thing? There was another thing that pissed me off.
Oh, shit.
Well, also, we moved to it's 3 miles away from me now, whereas before it was a walking distance. Oh. And it's a pain in the arse. I've not got time for it. And then it's like it's gone up in price. It's gone further away, and as you say, pansies. Like, I remember the early days, we were kicking the shit out of each other. Everyone was getting a bloody nose every single session. And it's not, I'm not saying it's because we got more girls in the sessions now or anything. No, they can do that to each other or whatever, so it's a fair fight. It's just pansies, as you say. Not good, just girls, just weak cunts.
Just in general, yeah.
But people, like this chap that got annoyed at me because I beat him, but it's like, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. It's a combat sport. Just because I'm bigger than everyone, stronger than everyone there, I shouldn't have to go easy when everyone else is going at 100% strength. I shouldn't have to nerf my strength down to 70 just so I don't make these fucking twinks cry. That's my thinking on it, anyway. But it's the one thing that put me off as well, Tin, is like it's a 1 hour session once a week, but it takes up like an entire afternoon and night preparing for it. Like getting my outfit ready, travelling there, travelling back, making sure I've had food before, making sure I'm rested enough. And it really takes up the Tuesday night from like 4 p.m. until 10 or 11. Weirdly, it's just one of those things that requires loads of time, and I've just not got the time for it. I loved it. I loved it back in the day, but it's pissed me off for a while now. I tell you what, though, when I started it, I had a lot of shit going on in my life that was stressing me out, and it was a brilliant distraction and a brilliant thing to... Mine or yours?
Mine.
Oh. Yeah, it said you were dropped out before. It was a brilliant distraction, and it got me out of my head, and it gave me something to focus on. And I've been sticking with it ever since then. It's saying, I should be loyal to it. I should be loyal to it because it gave me something to focus on. But that's the past. Just because it was good for me in the past, it doesn't mean it's right now. I need to be trained. I joined the gym, going hardcore. Obviously, I'm very advanced with weightlifting and stuff anyway, but I joined a gym that's got a lot of cable machines and everything. I want to really focus on that and to be, you know, preparing for that. The thing about judo as well is, if someone fucks up or does a move wrong, you could end up with like a pulled muscle for like 3 weeks that just won't feel right for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
It put you out of lifting weights or whatever for 3 weeks, and it just doesn't seem worth it for that. Sounds very unprofessional in that, but yeah, it's not. It's a martial art, but they treat it like a religion. How can you expect people to take it seriously and to learn all these fucking stupid Japanese words for it and everything, and be really ceremonial about it? If when push comes to shove, you're not ceremonial about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I won't be going back. I did even think about joining one of their clubs that they hate, joining a rival club of theirs, just so I can smash them in a competition in the future. But that seemed a little bit vindictive. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that, but that'd be quite funny. Thing is, I like it. Most of the people there. It's just the boss that I've got a problem with now, really, for his conduct with me, and that little fucking chav, who's gonna get it. He will get it. I know where he lives.
Right. Yeah, it's just one. I don't know. I've already said my thing about martial arts, so.
There is real martial arts, but I'm gonna be honest about it. The only real martial arts are boxing or kickboxing and wrestling, because that's real shit. There's no flamboyancy there. It's punches, and wrestling is what the Greeks and the Romans did. Wrestling is just transferring your weight over them and controlling someone with brute force. And punching is punching, you know? Boxing is punching. So I think they're real. Whether or not I'm going to do that, I don't know. I might try and get into them. But all these fucking Asian ones, they're just stupid. I just think they're stupid. Not Asian people. Asian martial arts. I just think they're ridiculous. It's like a lot of the samurai shit. It's just ceremonial. The moment it's in a real world scenario, it doesn't work. Some of it really works. Like, some of the foundations of judo, just has made me nigh unbeatable in, you know, street fights, you know, like how you can control someone with their collar or with their belt. You can literally just throw them around. Everyone usually would go for a bear hug or a choke. But if you grab hold of their belt, you got them. You can pull them anywhere. You can do anything you want with them. Grab hold of their collar. Again, anything. And their whole body will go with that because it's against their neck. So you get a few punches in and then just collar them to the ground and it's fucking game over. Or if they're trying to run away from you, if you get their belt or even their waistline thing, you know, their elastic waistline thing, they're not going anywhere. If they go anywhere, their trousers are ripping. You know, they're not going anywhere. And if they're wearing jeans, they're definitely not going anywhere. It's taught me some great stuff, but now's the time to move on, and especially for that. If I go back and he chats shit again, I'm gonna fucking kill him. So it's not worth it. Of all the things I'm willing to break, you know, potentially be in trouble for, that's not one.
Yeah.
Some fucking hobby that I like, but it is just a hobby. Jiu-jitsu, yeah, jiu-jitsu where they just sit on the ground and fucking dry hump. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I done here.
Right, did you do Brazilian jiu-jitsu? I don't even know the difference between it, but yeah.
No, I done the other one, Japanese jiu-jitsu. It's just the same. I don't know. It just sounded like the same from what you said. It was just. That's why I left because it's just
down. They say, it's groundwork. Well, I'm sorry. If you try that on me in the street, I'm gonna stand up and step on your face. That's it. Then there is a meme saying that if someone tries jiu-jitsu with you, just stand up. I'll kick someone out of the squad so you can join. No, I've kicked someone. There you go. There you go.
Oh, which fucking one is it? Oh, there we go.
How are you, Willy Lord? Sorry, I was on a rant there. Good to see you, Willy Lord. Did you watch Spartacus? How you getting on with your push-ups? Don't tell me that shit of all my arms are sore, Willy Lord, because that's when your muscles are growing, so you should do some more.
We are losing objective apples.
The best way to do it, Willy Lord, is if you're really sore, you can have a day off, but it has to be proper rest. Like, get more sleep that day. Drink more water that day. Actually, it's active rest, not just you're not working out. A rest day is rest, not, oh, I'm just not going to work out today. I wish I could go back in time and bully myself into working out when I was like in my teens and early 20s. I mean, I did in my early 20s, but when like I had a lot more free time and I didn't have my own home and everything, all this, I wish I would go back in time. I would give myself a year's supply of steroids and I would just work out all the time. They make
Jesus fucking Christ.
same like this place. Not to disrespect them, they allow that lot. Yeah. And then he hides behind, oh, he's got personality disorder or whatever. I think what's probably going to happen is that chav's going to apologise, the boss is going to make him apologise, and I'm going to say, fuck you both, I'm never coming back. I've always inherently had my doubts because I was beating people from the second session. And this isn't me trying to blow my own trumpet, but I was able to beat, not black belts, there wasn't any black belts back then, but blue belts and brown belts, which are very high ranking, through sheer brute force, because I was stronger than them. I lift weights and they didn't. So, early on, if a guy's able to beat you in the second week, consistently, and then not lose to you, there's, I don't know, there's something missing there, I think.
Oh my fucking god.
Someone with 4 years of weightlifting experience beats people with, 20 years of martial arts experience. You have to doubt the quality of it.
Yeah.
That's sorry because he did it though. Not sorry to be sorry. Yeah. Well, no. It'll be sorry because they want me back because I'm one of the most loyal customers, basically. And I'm the only fucking super heavyweight they've got. I'm the only one, other than the main boss, Chunky Gregor, that'll be fighting in super heavyweight division. And Chunky Gregor is strong and everything, but he's not like me. And he's also not... He's in the super heavyweight or the open weight division because he's bulky, he's quite beefy, but it's not necessarily muscle and athletic, strength or speed. I'm the only super heavyweight they've got, meaning that if they go to competitions, they have no entry into that weight class. They've got loads of lightweights and welterweights and stuff, 60, 70, 80 kilograms. They've got no one for the open weight, which is above, I think, 110 or 115 kilograms. Apart from the main guy. But I think he has health problems. And, again, it's not the same build as mine. I don't want to slander him too much, but there's just the treatment on me is disgusting, really. After how loyal I've been. The guy that kicked off on me as well, he's like 10 years older than me. He's got 3 kids, one of whom was there. To be behaving like that's ridiculous. Like a guy 10 years your junior is more mature than you. And you've got kids, so if we get in a fight and he gets a criminal record or goes to prison, he's got kids. I don't have that. I could go to prison and have less side effects from it. This guy's got a family and a wife and stuff, and he's behaving like that. It's fucking normies. It's the fluoride in their brain. They need to lay off the tap water. Just see his fucking mood swings. They say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I knew he was a chap. What are you laughing at, Tim? I knew he was a chav straight away, and I instantly didn't like him because of his accent. He had a proper manky accent. Yo, 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 like that, and he just looked like a chav. I didn't like him straight away. Yeah, do you not think I wanted to say that, Tim?
That's a salty, mate.
Well, going up to a pride comment that Preston left before. Sorry to be sorry, not actually sorry. I was going to say, what does that remind me of? But again, though, the fucking goalposts have changed where apparently, it's news to me, we're not allowed to tease Preston like this. I thought we were... I thought that's what our friendships were, but...
Oh, blessed.
It seems to me like the last few months he's been taking such little jabs personally, but that's always been how we are. And the amount of shit we gave Kieran for literally half a decade. For half a decade. The amount of shit we gave Kieran over everything. For half a decade. And he's not held a grudge. He did for a bit in 2020, but... Like, literally, the bullying, man, of Kieran, for funny reasons. But he's not crying about it. He crashed a car once in Warzone 4 years ago, and he's still not lived it down.
Yes, you paid the debt, yeah, for that.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he's got a reputation with cars, but that was the one we zoned in on. I just love it. I don't know if you were watching on State of Decay, but we spent like about 3 hours maxing up this car, this custom like speed car, making it really nice, and it was like a megalodon. It was shark themed. And Kieran was saying, Kai, when are you gonna let me take the megalodon for a spin, Kai? Pecking my head in, complaining because we always give him the shit vehicles and stuff. All right, Kieran, you have the megalodon. You have a go on the megalodon. He drives around one corner, disappears outside, and literally 15 seconds later he goes, I'm underneath the map. And it happened so fast that we didn't believe he was serious. We thought it was a joke because it was literally, it was like something off of Top Gear. He disappeared out of view, and then I'm underneath the map. Not that he crashed or anything. No, he was underneath the map.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's never living that down.
The thing is, that all of this like sulking and stuff is gonna haunt Thingy in years to come.
What? Preston Sorkin? Oh yeah, yeah, he's not living this one down.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be at my wedding giving a speech, and I'll be like, President, do you remember that time when you nearly ruined our brilliant friendship? Because we chatted shit to you in a Manalord stream. We called you a gypsy 2 times in a Manalord stream, and you stopped talking to us. Now, the truth is that you have got more aggressive to me. I even saw that in person, Preston, on the last trip to York. It was like he almost felt. Oh, I thought you said that about Preston. Like he was lovely. He was lovely with me at. He was good as gold, as the women would say, at Edinburgh and the first York trip. But like the last York trip, he just seemed like he didn't want to be there. He's got angrier towards me. As I say, as I've got nicer to him, I was treating him. I'm not doing this anymore, but I was treating him like he was literally my son. Ice machine to finish. I wanted a mini nap after work, but I fucking couldn't get one. I had to take my motorbike into the mechanics in town. And as I was riding it, oil started going out the side of it. So it was a stressful experience. When I came home, I was too stressed to sleep. It's alright though.
Oh, for fuck's
4 days off after tomorrow.
Artillery trip. Do you know what I want an explanation for though?
Yeah.
I want to know what the whole thing was when you know when like when the Jippos would stream with you for months.
Yeah.
But all of his streams with you were deleted, but he would keep up all the ones with like.
Yeah, I want to know about that. There's a few things I want to know about, Preston.
Yeah.
I think the actual answer for that was because most of the stream had really low FPS. Literally, it's an FPS thing. And he didn't want us taking the piss out of him. Because the games that we were playing, the streams that he left up were like TikTok reaction streams or whatever, or like some fucking stupid like anime game or whatever that was easy to run. I think he deleted it because we would clip it and take the piss out of him. But again, when did this happen? Like, we couldn't mock each other. I don't fucking get people making fun of me if it's good sport. It's funny. We get live memes from that.
Yeah.
Again, Tiernan, we've been mocking Tiernan just as a joke. We've been mocking his accent for half a decade, and he's not held it against us. Like, whenever Tiernan says something now, we mock it just because we go, oh, Tierny, weenie, or whatever. And he's not crying about that, is he? You do sound like that guy in that video though, where he goes skinny jeans, tattered shirts. That's a Derry accent.
I sound like him at all. That's not a.
I say that is a Derry accent.
That is not a Derry.
You know what was weird though? I'll say this now that we're talking about things. Immediately after I fell out with Preston, I met someone that looked exactly like Preston. Like, identical. Did I tell you? Oh, I did, Preston too. I told you about Preston too, didn't I? Literally, he was identical to Preston. But, like, I'd say 95%. Both the same faces, same phenotype, same eye colour, bit taller, skinnier, but literally the day after I fell out with Preston, I was like, this is some kind of sign from the gods. And you'd pissed me off, Preston, so much that I was going to get a photo with him and say, always have a backup Preston on hand in case the first one pisses you off. But I thought, and this is a point in my favour as well, Preston, because I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna put salt in the wound. But half of me wishes I had done, because it would have been fucking hilarious. Honestly, it was like 95% like you. But at the same time, there's a doppelganger of me going around. I keep hearing from people saying, someone come up to me at judo on Tuesday before I left. They said, I saw you in your BMW the other day. You drove right fucking past me in your white BMW. I didn't know you drove a BM. I said, mate, I can't even fucking drive. So it wasn't me.
For fuck's sake.
But there's someone that looks like... I'm going to kill him, though, because there's only one. There can only be one. So whoever it is that looks like me is fucking dead. I will fucking kill you.
It's funny you talk about all these doppelgangers. Someone actually came up to me last week saying, do you have a brother? It was like, no. It's like, I saw you the other day with, like, your brother. It was like, no, like, someone just thought I was from...
You notice, though, they don't take no for an answer. They just think you're lying for the sake of it. It's like, no, it wasn't me. Don't lie.
You definitely have it, like, it's definitely... And I kind of thought the accent would give it away, but obviously it didn't. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Any plans for the summer solstice? I would love to go back to Glastonbury, which is the ancient Isle of Avalon. I think we've spoken about it. Down this south of England. I might even ride down there if my bike's working by that point. Other than Edinburgh, which me and Preston went to for Beltane, Glastonbury's like the main one in Britain. And the whole Glastonbury's a town, but there's like a mountain in the middle of it where that used to be the Isle of Avalon, where, you know, the Isle of Apples. You'll know, of course, you'll know all about the mythology. I don't need to explain it to you. But, yeah, they have a very big celebration there. So I'd love to go there. But yeah, I've got a full summer. I've got a full summer of plans. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to follow up on that. The problem is as well, I'd have to go down on my bike because there's no trains. You can't really get trains to it. So, but yeah, what about you? Are you doing anything? MJ?
Oh my god, it's so... Sorry, what?
Where do you want to go?
I know, I thought I was like interrupting you. I wanted to go to Chester today and to New York last week, but like this is why I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay in Derry long because there's so many places in England I want to go.
Yeah, but you've been here a year, Tim, and you're not been in it, gone to them, pal.
Because it's
don't be a faffer. We've shouted at Preston for this.
I wanted to go today. And
why not then?
I got up early. I got up at 8 o'clock this morning.
Why not
then? Because I was just like, because my parents were up then.
Why like, can't you go on Saturday?
I'm working on Saturday. I always work weekends.
What, are you busy tomorrow?
I'm not busy tomorrow, but it was.
Why don't you go tomorrow then?
Yesterday or today, because the weather was actually good today.
Don't put it off, Tin, and you regret putting things off.
I know.
I bet you it's piss easy. You're around the corner of Chester as well. You would do 3 roly-polies and 1 fucking step, and you'd be in Chester.
Yeah, fair enough.
I could understand about York because that's a bit of a trek, but it's worth it for sure. Proper worth it. I don't know about Chester though. I know there's loads of Roman stuff there.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go, but with my parents up, it was kind of hard because that's all what I thought about. It's like when I'm getting home, I would rather spend the full day there rather than spend half a day and kind of rush everything.
Well, I mean, certainly York. That's a 2-hour ride anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't wanna.
It is weird. You highlight a good point how it's faster for you to get to York than me, but it's all about the train lines. around you've got good train lines for like probably 50 miles, whereas maybe not 50 miles, but to me, I have to go to Manchester and then
Yeah, you're going to Manchester.
across to York.
Yeah, it's difficult.
What about you, MZ? Are you doing anything for the summer solstice? Do you ever go to... I know you're into your Native American stuff, MZ. Do you ever go to any gatherings or anything? You should have... I would have died, lol. You're talking differently as well. You're saying lol a lot.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that out loud.
Yeah.
But...
No, say it. Say it in and say. And also, what's this TY love heart fingers emoji, Preston? Preston's going to be like... Oh, I've learned my lesson. I'm a changed man. It's 9 days have passed. You don't change your
Fucking bastards.
don't change your language in 9 days. It just goes to show. All that time, Kieran will be like, "That's your programming, Kai." Well, it shows how fucking fast my programming leaves him. So maybe he isn't the chosen one. A new one will rise. Willie Lord. You didn't answer me, Willie Lord. Did you watch Spartacus? Nothing much here locally. There is a new cult shop on Market Street, so that'd probably be like tarot and stuff, wouldn't it? I'm surprised you don't explore your Native American stuff more, because I feel like if I was to move to America or Canada or anywhere like that, I'd feel so disconnected. I don't know how it feels to be a descendant of Europe, but not actually currently of Europe. Because I feel like I would feel so detached from the gods and from the ancestors and from just the land. And my mum was asking me, where do you want to go on holiday? Should we go to should we go to Spain or Turkey's supposed to be good or whatever? She wants sun and everything. And I said, I have no interest. I only want to go to Northern Europe. I'll go to France. Maybe I'll go to North Spain, Canary Islands, Scandinavia, Germany and everything. But I don't want to go anywhere else. It could be the sun, it could be lovely weather and everything, it could be cheap holiday. I want to go where I feel the gods and, the presence of them, really. I couldn't go somewhere that is fucking... I'm going the wrong way. I couldn't go somewhere where I don't feel the gods. I don't feel a connection. Where are the enemies? Which way? Oh, yeah, everyone's facing the wrong way, for fuck's sake. All the snipers are going the wrong way. I'm properly losing my voice. I'm going to have no voice tomorrow.
I feel like with Europe as well, I feel like a lot of, our cultures are kind of interconnected a lot, some of them. Like with the Celts and the Vikings and the Anglo-Saxons.
Well, there's a bit of it all in it, but we've probably we're probably all from the same origins, Atlantis and Hyperborea, in terms of Europeans. So there's that commonality. You and I could go to somewhere in South France where there's stone circles and there's a connection there. The gods are there, you feel it. But then there's other places like Spain is just a lot of it's just stripped because it was under Muslim rule for hundreds of years. So that's why it just doesn't feel like it has a soul to me. It just seemed like one big resort area. Fuck the culture, fuck the terracotta roofs and everything. I'll go to North Spain, I'll go to Galicia where it's got real Spanish culture there, Galician Celts and potentially descendant of Atlanteans, but I just don't want to go somewhere I don't feel a connection to. Fucking Benidorm or any of them.
I don't understand all that, I really don't.
I mean, I could understand cheap sun, but you can get cheap sun pretty much anywhere.
I've seen things about, I know you were mentioning going to the Canary Islands.
Kicking off with the English. Is that what you've seen?
It wasn't that, it was about the sorry, I'm getting shot at. It was about the weather. A lot of people are saying there it's they had a really, really good winter where it was really sunny, but over the summer it's abnormally cloudy and
by our standards though it won't be. When you hear Australians talk about how cold their winter is and it's 15 degrees Celsius, it's yeah, okay, bro. Do you know what I mean? I think probably there's different, but I think it depends what island you're on as well. I think Tenerife's really windy. Tenerife's well windy.
Yeah, I've heard Tenerife's quite windy, yeah. But
and it's not got proper
I don't know
beaches.
if it's the whole if you were saying there could be like, I don't know, remnants of Atlantean history or whatever, and the whole like
There is, but the
control
people
thing.
there aren't. But there's definitely
yeah.
like culture there still, pyramids and stuff. But they're allegedly kicking off with English tourists and saying we don't want English tourists there anymore. It's like, yeah, well, don't have your fucking economy then, because you useless dickheads. All it is in the Canary Islands is tourist parasites that want to make money off of tourists, but then complain when they visit, and then expat boomers that have gone there and buried their heads in the sand. You know, so fuck you, Canary Island inhabitants. You know, you can thank us for your economy. And to be going on about that in the Canary Islands, like they own that, or like my ancestors built this place. No, they fucking didn't. The original inhabitants were raped by fucking Spanish Jews, raped out of existence by Spanish Jews under Christopher Columbus. So the original inhabitants are the only ones that could, the Guanches are the only ones that could say, yeah, this land belongs to us. And guess what? The closest relatives to them are Northern Europeans. So you can get fucked if you say that English don't belong in the Canary Islands. It's our fucking land. I'm going to go over there with the Union Jack flag. I'd love to go to Argentina and you go over and just like big Falklands flag or something. Like they just don't fucking stop going on about it either. It's like,
oh my god, and
fuck you too,
everyone's calling the
Argentinians.
new leader like base and stuff.
Yeah, he's fake base. He's the most Zionist.
Yeah.
They call him base because he called the left. He used like he's clearly been schooled in Zuma terms. He's calling the left wingers like wokey libtards and stuff. Like they just teach him buzzwords. But he also had a nose job to cover up the fact that he's Jewish. I don't know if you saw that photo, but the comment was like, "Beware the nose changes." And I'm not making any comment along that. But why are you trying to cover up that you're part of one clan? That's shady. But he had like a nose job to make his nose look more European. I'm not making any commentary on that, but if you're doing that, if he's doing that, then clearly he's trying to hide something.
I think he converted to Judaism or something. Anyway, did he not?
Go and sniff your holy war.
No.
See, I used to give a lot of shit about the Romans, but the pagan Romans were incredibly based. They did the most damage to Israel and to Judea that any group has ever. Even if you believe the World War II mythology, you know, the numbers. No, I don't. Even by those standards, the Romans did more damage to Judea than anyone. But the Judeans started it first. They slaughtered loads of Roman women and children, citizens, that just moved there to live there and make a life there, and were improving the country in the area. They had an uprising against women and children, these big brave men. Hadrian, I believe it was, came over with only 13 legions, so they were massive. This is not portrayed in the films how outnumbered the Romans were against the Judea. Hadrian came over with 13 legions and literally against 500,000 Jews, and in the space of a few months had the entire country like brought to ruin, destroyed all of the forts, all of the cities, all of the castles, all of the temples. I don't know how many 13 legions is. I'm sure a legion is like 3,000 men, so 13 legions is nothing compared to 500,000. And he beat 500,000. Sacred sites here in the States to the Native Americans, place of power, but it'd be disrespectful to worship Europe. No, I'm not saying worship European gods there, AMZ. I don't think it should be considered disrespectful either. It's certainly not for someone that's part European, part native. Also, and the reason that my main point about that, AMZ, is because the amount of fucking, like, Indians that come over to Glastonbury and Edinburgh, partake in Beltane festivals, they're not chased out or kicked out, and I don't really think they're worshipping Thor when they come over here. So I think that knife cuts both ways, in my opinion. Well, no, I wasn't saying worship European gods. I was saying your Native American stuff.
God. Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
There's Indians all over this map. Fucking Indians.
Well, hang on a minute. We're not in Leeds, are we?
Fucking joke.
I didn't know this was Leeds.
No, Bradford.
I was going to say Bradford, but yeah, that was my first choice, but I thought he might not know Bradford. You're a filthy foreigner, Tannen. Go back where you came from. Thing is, though, you know, a lot of conservators would have more problem with you being here than some fucking Pakistani. They'll be like, hey, these Irish don't belong here, they're all IRA or whatever, but they'll never speak out against, like, Palestinians or Pakistanis being here.
I feel like, because I know in like even in like the 60s and 70s, there were still like signs like no Irish, no blacks, like we were still under.
Well, that's fucking retarded, man.
Like,
I mean, don't get wrong. You know, you knew how to cause trouble, but obviously it wasn't going to be all Irish. That's fucking hilarious, though. No Irish blacks or cockroaches in this building.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, the way you were treated over here was not as bad as the way we would be treated over there back then. You know, your IRA were not putting signs up saying "fuck the English." They were throwing bombs in, and it's on another level.
Yeah. It's complicated.
I think I might go to Ireland for my birthday trip this year, though. I really want to see Newgrange.
Yeah, I want to go back.
Because I've already done a holiday this year. Me and my mum were talking about Cornwall again. But she wants to go out on my birthday. My birthday is a shit time of the year, the 1st of October. The weather is awful. She's like, it wasn't, she was saying, oh no, the weather wasn't that bad last year when we went. Yeah, but we didn't do any beach stuff last year. It was like history stuff. But we would want to do beach stuff this year. And you need good weather for that. So I said to her, if we're going, let's go just before some holidays in July. So in a month, really. But she's not sure on it. But, so I think if we do a birthday holiday for my birthday this year, it'll be somewhere we've not been in, somewhere it doesn't have to be sunny. I would love to visit Newgrange.
I feel like a lot of I don't know when like under like British occupation, I don't know if a lot of stone circles and stuff would have been eradicated.
Yeah.
You know, by like the government, not saying like English people in general. I'm saying
Probably, you know what, they tried doing it to Stonehenge. I was reading something the other day, and I can't remember if I shared it to Telegram. They moved in with hundreds of policemen in 1960 to Stonehenge and started beating the shit out of people and put tear gas in there, dragged people out and did loads of damage to the site. So yeah, probably. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprised. But let's be honest, the British government has not been British for 100 years. You know, the British government is not British.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that. Because I was reading about like castles and stuff and other like, obviously a lot of the land was owned by foreign people.
Like what do you mean? Which castles?
I don't know which castle.
In Ireland.
Tell you the name
in Ireland.
Well, I wouldn't say castles, maybe like old, like you know, like little forts, like little pillar forts.
Giran Islac, that place.
Not like that, more like long and tall. I
Well,
don't know.
when you say foreign, what do you mean? Like British, or do you mean like foreign?
Yeah, like no, like British, but it's like British aristocracy. It was like all these earls, lords, you know, like that, not like common English landowners.
It's good to know how Tiernan really feels about you. So if I go into Ireland on my birthday, he's gonna be like, "Oh, that fucking foreigner, what's he doing over here?" Yeah, he's not denying it.
Categorized.
Wow.
Revenge.
I'm gonna go. Revenge for what? You're studying in my country. Revenge for what?
That's so joking.
Yeah, no. To be fair, though, that's awful. Obviously, handing over land to prominent people in England. I don't agree with that. But
it was just I feel like just in that process, a lot of like native Irish.
probably
well, I
damaged.
say native. I say like Celtic stuff. I say like all that, or like the pagan stuff would have been eradicated in
Probably,
the name
yeah.
of civilizing or whatever.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know.
The issue is, it's so hard to see how much is. I'm not saying that didn't happen, but it's I think things are
It's hard,
exaggerated and shrank away on both ends because they want to get Scottish independence. They want to get Irish independence. So if they have to lie a little bit, it's not like any of us were alive at the time. We can't be like, no, hang on a minute. The only way you'd know any different is like how you talk about your grandfather talking about the IRA. word of mouth, being passed down. Because I love it when we used to accuse you of being IRA and you were like, no, my grandfather said IRA are bastards. They used to rob his car all the time.
The vans, yeah.
The thing is though, how are the freedom fighters for Irish? Because they would turn on Irish people just as much as they would fight British.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because it's I don't know all the different intricacies. I feel like the IRA in general's like categorized as one when there were so many different organizations.
Yeah.
With it. It's IRA is kind of a broad term.
Well, probably like far right or neo-Nazi would be now.
Yeah.
Today.
But they stole my granddad's. And my granddad used to have his own business. You see, and he used to set the vans on fire.
That's not even stealing anything. That's just there's this Irishman here that's working hard for his family. Let's set his van on fire. That's so obnoxious. That's something Preston would do.
They would run guns illegally over the border, and then they would set them on fire and whatever. I don't know.
Just give the man his van back if you've got your guns.
Yeah.
Just wheel it back across the border.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's crazy. But I think it's weird because the Americans were funding the IRA for years until 9/11. So it was I don't know what the fuck sort of, obviously the IRAs maybe in my eyes might be more of a kind of a street organization, kind of community run. But if they were getting all these funds from America, there's obviously bigger players involved.
Yeah, and if you actually go to the origin of it, obviously there won't be Americans that are funding them.
Yeah.
Because a united England and Ireland is very dangerous. Just like a united Scandinavia and England.
Yeah.
Really, it should be Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, Cornwall, all of England, Scandinavia, Northern France, Northern Germany. That's the true. Those are the lands that matter. Those are the people that matter. In terms of mainland. America and Canada's a difficult situation because I'm sure some of them are Europeans and some aren't.
Yeah.
And I say leave them to it for the most part. The only thing is when you get pages on Telegram lecturing actual Europeans that were born in Europe and now 100% European, lecturing them how to be pagan and stuff. Or let's say these are European virtues. Bro, you're born in Wisconsin. Don't lecture someone that was born in Sweden on what's European and what isn't. It happens so much. It happens so much.
Yeah. They're so disconnected as well. It's almost out of touch because obviously people will talk about they're
the greatest country,
and yeah.
Or when they say we beat you back in the Revolutionary War. Funnily enough, I wasn't there. Neither were you.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They go back so far. It's I don't.
Britain learned their lesson when they tangoed with George Washington.
We're paying our goddamn taxes to your queen, man.
Kieran's dad. It just goes to show, this is usually a smart, rational man who's in his 50s or 60s, and he actually believed that he was going to be paying for Buckingham Palace's renovation. So, and he's quite intelligent from what I've heard of him. So, what are the less intelligent people thinking? They're probably thinking that, reptilians have taken over fucking Buckingham Palace and they're making Canada pay for the reptile food.
Yeah. I didn't realize, obviously Canada's, has a small population compared to the UK, but it's crazy how many are, from aren't European origin.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of Asians and you could look at Toronto and stuff.
But everything that was good about Canada was made by Europeans and European settlers. Same with America. In terms of what's there today, in terms of civilization that's there today. And obviously, there's the groups that will say, but the Europeans took it from native tribes that existed there prior. But they're not living on reservations now. You know, they're not living in an apartment on a reservation. They're living in the parts that they live in Canada or America. Are the European parts. You know, they use the European inventions. They use the European languages. If people go and live on reservations and say, no, fuck you, I'm doing it the native way, that's fine. Then they're living by what they're saying. But a lot of the time, they'll talk so much shit about the European colonialism and the settlers. And it's like, well, stop speaking English then. Also, don't speak French. You know?
Yeah.
Don't switch on that light bulb. You best not fucking switch on that light bulb, bro. You don't like European stuff, so... Don't get in that car. You've got a Mercedes. What the fuck are you doing in a Mercedes? You hate Europeans.
Yeah. I remember, but maybe back in like 2018, no, it was during COVID. It was
This
like
was
2020.
this was the fall of Tin into the dark side.
It was like
drawing Vrillcraft in its little books.
Oh yeah, the books.
Yeah, go on.
What was the? Yeah, but they was during COVID, and it was like a day in the life without black inventions, or like a day in the life without indigenous American
slightly different variant of an ice cream scoop. Yeah. The new thing now though is trying to say that there was black samurai. I know I've made jokes about that. But Facebook's the worst for it. Every time I log in on Facebook, the first post, or one of the first posts that's suggested is, did you know about Yuzuki, the black samurai, who killed 700 Martians in battle? Yeah. And there's no historical record of him whatsoever. It's just what some fucking weird brown people made up because they lack any cool history. So like, well, we were samurai and shit, bro. Go and be proud of your Zulu fucking history or whatever. I know they lost every fucking fight against Europeans, but go and be proud of your Zulu history. If you want to be so proud, don't be fucking stealing other people's. It's a joke. And literally, Facebook's the worst for it. There's other ones that sort of sneak in, YouTube, Twitter, sneak that blackwashing in. Facebook's just like, every single time I go on it, it's like, the samurai originally were black. And there's people that actually believe it. I thought this was a joke. I thought this was a meme. But these Africans are actually believing this shit. They're going, oh yeah, the original Vikings was black, bro. The original samurai were black. You know, the original Celts were black. And what's funny is seeing everyone triggered by this now, sort of, that will be considered conservatards. I can't believe they're making samurai black. But they've been doing it to Vikings and Celts for decades now. But the conservatards didn't seem to bat their eye at that.
Yeah. I remember it's in like Australia. It was Australia, I think it was New Zealand actually, or it might have been Australia. But they tried to change the constitution so it like indigenous people could be like, I don't know, could be like central in the constitution.
Yeah.
And it got like rejected by like the people. But it's crazy how like Europeans would go to places like Australia and New Zealand and obviously found them countries and build them up, and then for hundreds of years later, just for some fucking tribe, I don't know, playing the sticks, we built everything.
Yeah, literally. Living up near the volcanoes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for us. We built your mud huts. Sorry, but how can you be so arrogant when you turn up on a big fucking galleon, or a big ship full of advanced technology, and there's people that have made huts out of dung, and they've made weapons out of volcanic rock. How can you be so arrogant that you claim to have taught the Europeans anything? Like, literally, all over Facebook, all I see is, like, these fucking brown people saying, the original... Yeah, literally today, I saw the original aristocracy of Europe was black. They're just trying to cover it up. And then there's, like, CGI'd photos of medieval Europe with blacks. Yeah, AI. But these super intelligent descended from God Africans don't seem to put two and two together. Why is there a photo in medieval Europe? Funnily enough, why have they got a photo? They think they're real photos. It's an AI-generated photo. Not only is it weird enough that they've got a photograph in medieval Europe, but you can see it a mile away that the AI generated. Like it's...
Oh, yeah.
But they're not even thinking, why have they got a photo of medieval Europe? It's the funniest shit.
I remember there was a thing about I know Netflix pushed it. There was something about, I don't know, there's like a Queen Charlotte, and they went
Yeah,
around saying she
black.
was African or something.
Yeah.
Because I I don't even know what it was. It was like, I don't know. I don't even know how they fucking came up with it. But
It'd be like, oh, her nose was slightly fat on this coin depicting her. She must have been African then. Which in itself is more racist than anything I've said. That is, though. The ancient... And when they try and say, like, oh, no, that's why the noses are missing from the Sphinx statue, bro. They're trying to cover it up.
yeah.
But actually, it's Christians that do that to pagan statues. They think that defacing the nose of statues deprives them of a soul in the afterlife. And they did it for ages. It's Christian. This is not European. The Christians do it to... European Christians did it to other European statues. I went to a stately home the other day called Shugborough Hall, and the guy was called Thomas Hanson. He was like a big admiral in the British Navy, and a few hundred years ago, and he travelled all over the world, and he loved ancient Greece. And he had that loads of the house and the ground styled on ancient Greece and the Aegean. He's got like loads of ancient Greek statues and stuff. And on the grounds in the fields, he has ancient Greek statues that dickhead Christians have snuck over the walls into and chipped the noses off in modern day, like in the last 10 years.
Oh shit!
Like they just won't let it go. They just won't let it go. How dare they not worship a Jew on a stick?
Yeah.
Cut the noses off. Usually they just go for the foreskins, but I suppose you can't do that with a statue. You weird Jew worshippers.
Yeah. I remember, I don't know if you said this, but it might have been someone else. I've heard it, but you know, talking about the Sphinx, like people think like the Sphinx's head was completely like redone.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Well, I think
It's like the proportion of it and stuff, or whatever.
well, originally it was a lion. There was never a face in it. It was originally just a lion. Because it was built in the age of Leo, which was when the pyramids were built, which was like 29,000 years ago or something. Just like, you know, at the age of Taurus, every statue is depicted with a bull head. Or, you know, people are depicted as bull men. But even if the face was depicted in African sort of, you know, brown, black facial features, that was built way after it was originally built. That they sabotaged the face anyway. So whether or even if it wasn't a Caucasian face that was put on it, it was not the ones that built that at all. It was just some fucking king that came ages after. Because the body of the Sphinx literally has a erosion date into like 30,000 years ago. The face, meanwhile, looks like it's just come out of B&M or Home fucking Bargains. It's like brand new and fresh.
B&M.
Never take a woman to B&M. Fucking hell. I had an argument with my mum the other day. Oh, I just want to go in here for some ant powder because she's got an ant infestation in her car. And she starts walking down the live, laugh, love fucking aisles with all them signs. And I had to go, and she said, I can't believe you're ruining today, Karen. I said, I've got to go home, man.
Yeah.
I've got work tomorrow. I don't really want to be walking around fucking B&M.
No.
It's always 50 minutes. And it can never just be 5 minutes in B&M.
Yeah.
They've cast some kind of occult spell to just charm the female mind at B&M. It's like Valhalla, but for consumerist women.
I think women are a fucking different breed altogether. I don't fucking understand.
Oh, no, I'm with you on that.
Dude, I'm with, even in like clothes shops, I'm like, what? It's almost like, I don't want to like say blame it on the fucking fluoride, but you're looking around, like I'll walk around work and I'm like, you're like just people like laughing about like looking at clothes and like I'm like, do people not fucking see out like the bigger picture? It's just a bit fucking surreal.
Yeah.
Like people are just could spend hours like someone spent like 3 hours in next like 2 weeks ago. It was like, weren't you here like trying on clothes like an hour? And like, oh yeah, we're just going round and then we're trying the kids. I'm like, oh my
How can you care about clothes that much though? It's I have a look and then I'm gone. And there's been a couple of times that I've missed some good stuff that my mum will find, but like my mum will go up and down the aisles at stuff that she'd never wear, and she'll hold it up and she'll say, "What do you think of this, Kai? Can you see me in this?"
Yeah, I don't fucking get it.
And none of it ever gets worn, hardly any of it. Usually, not just to say this is my mum, I've had exes that are like this, but they'll buy a new garment of clothing and that'll be their main outfit. That's their new costume for a week. And then you never see the jacket again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never see it again. Fucking, the amount of leather jackets my mum's bought, and you see it for a week on holiday. It disappears after that. Magic powers.
It's funny working on a clothes shop as well. Oh my god, this is together. Because you'll have like I'm gonna have to draw a comparison between men and women, but I always say like working in the men's department better because it's just less flapping. Like men don't want to fucking. I think men in general hate clothes shopping. People just want to go in and out. But if I'm ever working in women's, it's like a whole fucking circus with like, oh, I'm just buying this, but I want to return this and I want to order this, and it's like people coming in returning shit all the time.
Do you ever see their boyfriends just sitting around waiting for them to finish? Have you got the little stools out where you work? You know, the boyfriend stools, the little like sit down areas that are meant for trying on shoes.
No.
But you always see like boyfriends. They're the equivalent of guys that will sit there and take photos of their girlfriend for them for like half an hour, and they're so cooked. It's unreal. Like if a chick asked me to do that, I'd say take your fucking self. I'm not a photographer. And they play the card of saying no, but usually, you know, boyfriends when they love their girlfriends don't even want photos of them. But it's like, well, it's not going on some fucking story mood board on my wall. It's going on your Instagram, sweetheart. So take yourself.
I always feel bad for the children though. Like you see when mums drag their children.
Oh, well, I was like that when I was a kid. Fuck me, the things I had to go around. That's worse. I could put up with it a little bit now, but fuck me, I wanted to kill myself because. And then an afternoon of that as a kid is like a week now. You know, like for how long it feels in your head. An afternoon as a kid felt like what a week feels like now. Yeah. And that was just hell.
Clothes shops were horrible, but furniture shops were fucking. You know, like you go to like fucking Home Bargains at the range, and your mum is like dilly-dallying around the fucking like garden chairs and like.
I mean, it's boring now, but as a kid, fuck me, it was. Yeah. But then they'd sometimes bribe you. You go past the toy aisle and they buy you a dinosaur or something. But like, I remember just like if you had to put up with that shit and you didn't even get a tub of sweets or a fucking Triceratops or something, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is the worst day. At the least I can have is a fucking Stegosaurus.
My mum's terrible now because she'll always ask, you want to go to the range? And she does her art course. She does like an art course now in hours in the fucking range, looking at pencils, crayons.
My mum went through that phase. She's stopped now, but she went through that phase where she went to the works and kept asking people behind the till how to draw this and that and that. But she don't want to do it anymore, does she? I think it's that age. I don't know how old your mum is, but that age they seem to just something clicks and I'm gonna try all of these things.
I guess mum's always been doing it for like 2 years now, but like it started with because my friend's mum is actually an art teacher at the school she's at, or it's like a college. It's a college, but my mum works at the college, and then she got like a discount on the course because she worked there. His mum started blowing smoke up my mum's arse, like, oh my god, you should be doing this. And she's like a proper art. She's like,
she just wanted another fucking customer, bro. She wanted another person in class.
Just like all she wanted to do was like have fucking coffee afternoons with my mum. Yeah. And like just like
your mum got groomed to be an artist.
Like let's have talk about art. And she was my mum's teacher then, and like they would like go. She'd be like nagging me out, like printing stuff out, and like, oh, this is
encouraging her like she had special needs or something.
Yeah.
You're well tied. Did you just say it was all shit?
My mum was none the fucking wise. Like, just oh my god, I'm so good.
She thought she was like the next big fucking artist. You're well tied. You're not staying in the same building as her right now, are you? Where are they staying?
They're staying in a hotel.
Alright.
They're
I just
staying
thought, are you in
um,
like the next room right now? And she's listening to you
No.
ruining her hopes and dreams.
But bless her, because it was started off by like drawing shit with pencils, and then
Yeah.
I got to a stage where she was like,
Making art out of tinfoil cans and stuff. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
And then it got like.
It gets so
I think I
wacky,
sent
doesn't
a
it? The shit
photo.
they make art out of.
Yeah.
You let me make a statue out of used condoms, and it's like, but why have you done this?
That's the point to where it was like. It was like art. It was like art backgrounds, but it would be like. It'd be like midlife crisis quotes.
Live, laugh,
So it'd be
love.
Live, laugh. It was worse than that. It was like, oh my, like.
The sort of shit you'd see in
This
someone's
era.
bathroom, like above the toilet. In this household, we cherish love above all other traits and stuff like that.
Yeah, live fucking. Oh, we have.
If I ever see that in bathrooms, I always try and piss on the seat.
Oh Jesus! Well, don't go to Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Just don't sit on the seat after I'm done, you'll be fine.
Well, my mom would have like posts like in my bitch cave I can wear my comfy
What?
PJs, consume alcohol, have no interactions with shitty, rude, mannerless assholes all over the walls, and they're like little art studio. It was just the kitchen.
What did your dad
It'd be, like,
say?
in my bitch cave. My dad's
Bitch
like,
cave.
fuck, my dad's like in the kitchen. But that was like a phase. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
with your mum, like in my bitch era or whatever. I don't know.
My mum's gonna get annoyed at you, you know, if she sees the stream.
Why?
You know, I don't know if you saw that video of when she was on the rope swing and I was bounced it. And I posted it, and she went, and also the zip line one, and I said, my friends on here said you look like a dragon, mum, going over with your arms over. She went, you shouldn't have fucking shared that. That's private information, that is. You didn't even fucking ask me. I bet your friends are laughing at me. But I'm like, I literally said, I said, Tina wants a cup of tea with your best friends. What's the first? Did you watch Spartacus Blood and Sand, Gods of the Arena, Vengeance, and then War of the Damned? Battlefield tit.
No. But the thing is, with my mum and her art, she's like,
Oh shit, the
she's
thinking, man.
continuing it on. So like, whatever it's, you know how like you have like education tiers, it's like GCSE A level, and they're all like worth different points or something.
How do you get that on art though? Because that's subjective, isn't it? I always thought it was weird.
Yeah,
Same with
I
acting
don't
though.
fucking know.
How'd you have a qualification in acting? Because it's not a trade.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, but whatever course she's doing, she's like, it's obviously started off with crayons, but she's like making
Crayons.
exhibits now, and it's like they're like displaying her work in like exhibits in the school, and then her next stage is like she was on about like getting like applying for student finance because she
Oh,
needs
no.
fee, so it's like
They're making some fucking money off of your mum, aren't they?
it started this fucking, you could say it's fucking indirectly started with me as well, because it was me and my fucking friend's mum. And my friend's mum would like start talking to me and be like, oh, your mum should do art. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I was talking to your mum about doing art here now. And I was like, oh, were you? I was like, yeah, your mum's gonna be an artist here now, you know, your mum's gonna be the next. I'm like, oh yeah. That she is wired like as well, so I don't know.
Has your dad got any phases like that?
Like, no.
No. No, I
My
think
dad's-
probably a woman thing, to be fair.
I feel like everyone kind of says their dads are kind of a bit boring and they just kind of.
Yeah. Well, it's that generation as well, I think, isn't it? They were quite
Yeah.
boring men, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, they were very, like, conserved or reserved and not wacky.
I don't know. I feel like my dad, when I was a bit younger, might have been a wee bit off the rails, but
Yeah.
like at uni and stuff,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've got like hints of it, like, me and the boys just.
No, Tiernan, everyone says that, though. And then if you could go back in time and see what they're
Yeah,
actually
fair
doing, they
enough.
were going to chess club at the end of the day or whatever. The person out, the other caretaker I work with, He's tried telling me some jobs about he used to go down to Birmingham every weekend and shag birds. And I just know he's lying because I can just tell. I just tell, and I let him go on about it. I just leave him to it. And I can just tell.
It is funny though, just like observing like women and their habits.
Yeah.
Like at that specific age, like late 40s.
Very strange.
Like mid to late 40s. It's like
all this talk, especially from Karen about cougars and everything. He never talks about how you're gonna have to put up with all this shit because that's the age of them. Yeah, you might find other women attractive and you might enjoy being cougared, but do you really want to talk about that tinfoil art when you're done? Probably not. Do you want to go around B&M with them for 3 hours? Probably not.
Oh. But it's all like, obviously there's going to be like, there's like different categories of them. Like you'll have like the gossip woman, and then you'll have like the fucking like crazy wired woman, and then you'll have like, you know, like my mum. He wants to spend 5 years doing art.
Well, I think when they get to that age, it probably happened shortly after you moved out, or around the time you were getting ready to move out.
Well, it was before around like when I turned 18. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was coming that you were leaving, and I think
it was all,
when it's no longer their job to raise you, they're like, "What the fuck do I do with my life?" Sort of thing. Yeah. I've not watched it yet. No, I've seen some clips of it though. The main film I'm looking forward to watching is Wolverine and Deadpool. Actually, you should watch it. It's very good. It's perfect motivation to work out as well. Will it Lord? Go on, Tim.
No, sorry, I was like interrupting. I need to get something. Like, I'm fucking dying to say. No, actually, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Do you know what the words you said? I don't know what was coming after.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I'll think of it. I actually can't fucking remember. Hold on.
You've been having fluoride again.
Oh yeah, no. Oh no, it was about women. It was about.
He's on one today, guys. He's gone full Patrick Bateman.
It was women were like my mom. I'm sure you'll have the fucking same, but like women will complain. My mom in particular, like, will complain about like doing dishes, doing like, washing. Oh, I'm doing the washing all the fucking time. And then when I've moved out, your mum couldn't be more fucking happy to do the washing.
Yeah. Mum, all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you come around for tea, love. But it's like, well, you weren't cooking for me then. I was having pot noodle and Pepsi Max back when I lived with you.
It's like when they complain about it, they fucking hate it. But then
I have to tell my mum
go back to their natural habit. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to say like women or like domesticated pets, but like.
We know that's what you're saying.
My mum just wants to be. She wants to just make you dinner, or your granny wants to make you dinner, your granny can do the washing, your mum wants to do the washing. It's all this, but they complain about it all the time, like to their direct families. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But like it's at the same time, it's almost like, is that all you want to do? Because all you want to do.
I have to tell my mum sometimes, like whether she'll offer me tea, and I say no, it's fine, I can cook myself. No, honestly.
Yeah.
And she always offers to come around and clean, which is very nice for her. I only took her up on it once when I found some mold. My kitchen ended up with loads of fucking mold because I was a lazy bastard, really, and I got well ill from it. So that was the only time I took her up on that. But you know, the funny thing was, I took her up on it, and she was like hating me for a week after that. So I think they don't want you to take them up on it.
Yeah.
Because I was really ill, I could barely stand up, and I came in to sit down and just get my breath, and she came and she said, "I'm not doing all your fucking cleaning myself. Get in here and help me." And I was like, yeah. My mum was literally thinking I was dying then from the mold exposure because but I came in and I was just sat down and I looked up at one of my King Arthur artworks, and she popped her head around the corner like a demon and said, "I'm not fucking doing this on my own."
I don't know.
I'm back out now. I'm not going to end, but straight away. But
Yeah.
Last match. I didn't realise we had such an audience.
See it like work as well. Like you'll have like, well, I feel like working has like put me into more exposure with like middle-aged women, you know, with like clothes and stuff. But
Alright,
over even
okay.
working with them, it's like they they'll
Yes,
gossip,
yeah, about everything.
crazy gossip, but it'll be something really simple. It could be like I don't know, like the oil man didn't show up, but they'll gossip for fucking like hours about like how like oh god, the oil man didn't come,
Well,
you know.
Keir Starmer versus Rishi Sunak is the go-to.
Oh yeah,
And I just sit there and I'm
that's
thinking, like, it doesn't fucking matter. They're both doing
no,
the same thing. And then they've got a local lottery here called Easy Winnings that all the middle-aged people go on. Because it started out and everyone was winning everything, and this is how they get you, obviously. It's fucking simplest of mind, you
yeah,
understand this. But then as it's got more
that's,
and more customers, more and more people enter the prize pots.
yeah,
Funnily enough, people aren't winning anymore, anywhere near as
yeah,
much. And they've all, you know, they're blowing like probably £5 a day on it. And they all
yeah.
sit around at break time and they're saying, I've put in for a Ford Fiesta, 50p ticket it is, and then they'll all, ooh, and they'll all pull the phones out and buy it and everything. It reminds me of Wally, you know, all the people in the space chairs in Wally, all the consumer fat people. I'm not saying these are consumer fat people, but they're definitely brainwashed by it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I zone out sometimes. Like sometimes I just go off and
Yeah,
have a sleep. Apart from the other week when they came and pranked me, but I would just zone out because I can't put up with listening to it. Sometimes, you know.
yeah,
Sometimes you listen to it and you think, how could this occupy your mind? I'm thinking about like battles and world domination. You're thinking about if you can win a PS5 and the Lego Millennium Falcon and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I remember, like, even if you watch like clips back in the day, I remember, like the type of woman that would go to like a bingo hall.
Yeah.
You know that demographic. I remember seeing videos. It's really funny about like when they ban smoking, and there's a load of women outside the bingo hall, like, what do they think we are, prostitutes out here? And they're all like complaining and gossiping. It's just like, it's I don't know.
They're
Because they
funny,
couldn't
really.
smoke inside or something.
But they all vape now. I noticed about the vapes is
Oh
they're never
yeah.
off of them. Ever. They just have them
It's
constantly.
crazy, yeah. And the money, like I would say that they complain about like cigarettes going up in price, but how much you paying for a vape and you're like sucking it away at that like every day.
And it's higher nicotine than a lot of cigarettes as well, per puff. So it's less good for you. Hello, Kieran. Kieran, don't be pulling this shit. Joining. I'll stay on for another 10 minutes so I can talk to you. Thank you, Kieran. Hello. Oh, actually, can you join? Because you were wanting to shout. No, it's fine. I'm leaving
Oh yeah,
anyway,
I want to
Kieran.
hear it.
But do you want to shout at Preston? No, it's I was about to end anyway as you joined, but I'm ill as fuck. I'm ill as fuck as well. After that reaction, I don't know if you can still see my eyes. It looks like I'm in a fist fight, but it's way worse than this yesterday. Tannen says I've got a mongy facial expression. That's how we knew I was ill. And he's not correcting it, so thanks.
It looks like you haven't slept and you've been like
Oh,
like a Russian
charming.
experiment.
What? Russian
You know,
experiment?
like
Fuck
people
you.
like
Show me
stare
your
at them
face
for
now
hours and
then.
they haven't
That's
blinked.
I have blinked. Show me your
But
face
it
then.
looks like when
Why'd you have to
pointed
be
it
so
out, it was
descriptive? That just makes it more insulting. Could you not just say I look sleepy? Why'd you have to say I'm part of a Russian experiment? That just is more insulting when you do that.
what was it?
Yeah, I'm sure you feel
What was-
really bad. I've got a sore throat as well. Bro, I just got another message from that judo sensei and he's asking me if I'm okay. And it's like, bro, I didn't kick off with you the other day. I didn't kick off the other day. It was the other guy. I could block him, but we've got so many mutual friends that he's gonna.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Lore updates. Well, I've shouted at Preston and I've said you're going to have something to say. I've said, help me with the recap. Previously, help me, Tiernan. What did we say? I said it's bang out of order the way he spoke to you and Tiernan, saying that you don't care about you, or you don't give a shit. I said that the shit that... because I should mention these, because otherwise you're just going to mention them again. I said that the things he's been funny with us over are not valid reasons, arguing with your mum or having low frame rate. We've made jokes out of it, obviously, on Son of the Forest, but it's actually really bad if you actually look at the whole thing. It's quite bad, looking at the way he spoke to us, because he had low FPS. Tiernan is evil, said Kieran. Me and Tiernan have had a good chat this stream. That's been good. I don't know. He's still not giving me an answer, really. Like, I don't know. I just said Preston either. We're not friends.
As well.
He's talking differently, and he's been staying up late at night with Red Eye and watching fucking Vampire Diaries, as we've said, and two grown men staying up until 2 a.m. watching Vampire Diaries love scenes. It just seems a bit weird to me. And he's talking differently with different mannerisms. He's saying wild and
lol
ty and lol instead of thank you. And bro's been away for a week from... It's your programming, Kai. The rest of the law, we made fun of you a bit, Kieran, about you driving. Well, actually, no. We were defending you. We were saying we've literally bullied you for half a decade because you crashed in Warzone. We've bullied you for half a decade over it, right? And obviously, then I brought up the Megalodon situation. It's not just one event. You are a bad driver in games, but it pretty much is just over the Warzone incident. And you've not fucking cried like a little girl over it. You should take it on the chin. There was a time when you were saying like, "Oh, there's no need to keep making the same joke, guys," but you've embraced it. And then that's the same level of stuff that we've made fun of Preston for, but he just has taken it seriously for some reason, and so I mentioned that. Okay, well, that's the cue not to tell you what happened yesterday. Did you crash your car? I don't need any more ammo. As I say, I can make something from 5 years ago last, so I mean... I don't know what's going on with Preston, if we're letting him back in the clan. Also, this idea, Preston... One thing I'll say, this idea of me turning everyone against you is fucking horseshit. Guess what? You said you don't care about everyone. Everyone, really, is Tiernan, Kieran and me, right? Those are the ones you're referring to. What did you say about Tiernan and Kieran? You said you hate them and you don't give a fuck about them, right? And then you've behaved like that towards me. So is it me turning everyone against you? Or is it you going out and fucking starting a fist fight with everyone and then go, "Whoa, guy, what have you done? You've turned these people against me." That was months ago. It wasn't months ago. He hated us. No, they hated it. That was last week. Yeah, it was last week.
When was the thing where he was like...
Oh, no, that was in person about turning people against you. That was in Edinburgh.
Right.
He said that to me in Edinburgh or York. He complained for a while. Yeah. And then I confronted him in person about it because he wouldn't give me a direct answer. So I was like, "Well, what were you going on about that with?" And in a joking way, he was like, "It just don't feel very nice when everyone's against me." But I think we're getting to the root of why everyone's against you, Preston, when you say you don't give a fuck about people. Well, wild, see? But Preston's like, "Dude, that was months ago." That was not months ago. You have a go at Kieran for this, for making up timelines. The Stoke-on-Trent incident. This is what you're doing. Yeah, I've got a very sore throat. I just fucking vomited everywhere after that bad reaction to the nicotine. And Paul, that I worked with, thought I was joking. I was woozing around it. He was just sort of laughing like I was playing it up. And then I just went, "Ah!" and fucking vomited. I thought it was months ago. Well, it started months ago, but it went right up until one of our trips. I just don't know how 2 weeks ago Preston was telling me that... I'm sorry, I'm going to have to use some of the things you said in confidentiality, Preston. You know, I could go through the messages. "Oh, you're the only person I care about, Kai. You mean the world to me. You're my best friend. You care about me more than my own mother does." Right? There's your words. And then he's not talked to me for a week and a half. It's funny that, isn't it? And I'm like, you know, that John Travolta gif where he's looking around. That's me looking for this amazing friendship that you said we had. Bro doesn't message. When I stop messaging, funnily enough, there's no messages. Like, I just want Preston to go out into the real world and see if he can find a friend that checks on him every single morning like I do, and tries to motivate him and give him advice on everything. Like, you go and find a fucking wife that does that for you, let alone a friend. So, okay, it was a negative reaction from the Nick because your central nervous system is messed because you're sick. I'm not doing it again though. No, it's not. It wasn't just that, Kieran, because I've had sore lips around my mouth since I started taking it, and a sort of dry skin around my eyes as well. So it's probably aggravated because I caught something for sure, and was underslept. I could agree with that, but it was already an underlying problem. But then those symptoms before, I said, fair enough, you know, I put up with it because it's given me alertness, but no. It's not worth it ultimately, Kieran. And I really resent that you've used me going back on nicotine patches to fuel your own nicotine addiction, because I fucking told you not to do that. And it was ruining my workouts anyway. I just felt too shaky to be strong in a workout. Well, the problem is as well, Kieran, is where I work is actual kids. So it's you just catch everything, you know. It's because I've not slept, though. I didn't sleep. I've not slept very well. That's the problem. Well, I'm fucking losing my voice again. I remember it got so bad that when I called in, this was last year actually, but I lost my voice from some illness. I can't remember what it was. I lost it from streaming with illness, which is what I'm doing now actually. And then I woke up in the morning and I had no voice, and I tried to call in work, but I didn't realise I had no voice because obviously who would I talk to? Myself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not from American Psycho. So I called in work, and then it was only when I tried talking that I realised I had no voice. So I was like, down the phone. It's a monthly occurrence. Yep. All you got to do is sleep and avoid him. Also, another thing to be angry at Preston about, but I'm also angry at Kieran about this. Secrecy. Let's talk about secrets.
Yes.
Right, Kieran does his secrecy, and it annoys me because I literally, you know, this Kieran and Preston, Tiernan thinks it's too rude, but Kieran and Preston literally know what, like, I give them updates on what positions I've been in, you know. Meanwhile, they're keeping everything a secret. It's very sly. What secrets? Who's History Girl then? Tell me who History Girl is. Yeah, who? Because he's not told you. I have nothing to keep. All this talk about... No, this is History Girl's a different one. I'm not been able... You're making me seem like a nut job right now. If someone joins it now, they're going to think, why is this streamer shouting at his viewers for having girlfriends? No, there's a secret, though, about History Girl. Preston said something about it. Preston was the one that told me. That's a character from AOT. Well, you're just as much of a fucking freak as Preston. Either you're both fucking weebs and you fall in love with anime characters that don't exist, or you're using this to throw me off the scent because you know I'm not going to watch Attack on Titan or Mystery Island or whatever that fucking thing's called. So you're saying, oh no, bro, it's a character from this, it's a character from this, because you know I'll never watch it. No, there's something going on here. Kieran's like, well, one of them's lying. One of them's up to no good. You're on thin fucking ice, Preston. Don't think you can rally me against Kieran. You're on thin ice, Preston. You're in timeout zone. You're pushing your luck. Bro's got 1 foot back in the door, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah Kai, have a go at Kieran. Yeah. Kieran didn't abandon me and betray me, so that's all I'll say. Because, let's be honest, it was a betrayal. And all them times I said Preston's in line with Loki and the Frost Giants, He said, no, I'm not, don't be silly, it's just a meme. Why is he just acting like this then? I'm not Googling shit. Google history girl. So no, what's it going to show up then? Because there's a mirror behind me. You probably see the outline of some things. Don't, Kai. It's porn. That's what I'm thinking. For once, I agree with you, Preston. If I felt like it, I could rip off Preston's head and shove it up his ass. His ass is tight, though. I'm not sure he'd fit up there. Believe me, I know. I'm not sure he'd fit up there. Why is it on all these, you know, when you book a holiday now, when they've got the families and the photos to advertise it, it's always some fucking multiracial family that's like diverse. One of them's in a wheelchair, one of them's got purple hair, one's white, one's Asian, one's black somehow. It's some kind of like magical modern day church Noah story. It's like, funnily enough, I'm not looking for diversity when I go to a fucking caravan park. Funnily enough.
Do you know what was funny? I didn't actually say earlier when you were on about the whole Benidorm. No, it was about Tenerife, the protests.
Yeah.
I think they were protesting in Benidorm as well. But like,
but what is Benidorm without chavs? Let's be honest.
Because there was a video I seen and they were all like marching.
We have to protect our valuable heritage. What heritage?
There was like a sea of bald British men just sitting with pants in their hands, like
the Legion.
Staring at them. Yeah.
What's
I can't even remember when I seen it.
Why do they all look the same as well? It's so funny. Bare belly. They've got the tribal tattoos that mean nothing and they're bald. They've always got fucking sandals on as well.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Tottenham FC football fucking tile as well.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, they're like shitty chavs, like they are, but it's like they are keeping that economy afloat.
Yeah.
Why do they all look the same though?
Yeah. It's just a sea of them as a bald head.
They've all got the exact same body shape.
Yeah.
Well,
and the fucking women are no better as well.
Yeah, they come in like 3 variants though, rather than 1.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But they've all got that. Well, back in the day, they would all have that stud piercing just above their lip. You know, the chav piercing, where it's just stood there for like random, no reason. But now it's like Botox and filler and stuff. You've not been seeing any girls. Why is this? This is the most autistic conversation ever. Why are people watching this? I've just had gameplay when I was getting 30 kills. No one gives a fuck. I've got Saxons and Celts team up against Jippos, Battlefield 1 and a black screen, and people are sitting at home. Yeah, this is valuable information. Well, I don't believe you, Kieran. And after Preston's betrayal, prior to he was saying, "Don't get a wife, Kai. Don't settle down. You'll regret it." Well, you'll regret it, Preston, because I've gone back on that now. Jippo, whippo. Why did that get blocked?
Yeah.
It's about race. I better not wake up tomorrow feeling like shit.
Did you see in Benidorm as well? I don't know how long this has been going on for. I might be new catching on to it, but they have like, you know how you have like mobility scooters for disabled people? They're just like normal for people to use in Benidorm, like 5 miles.
You know, that's mad. So bro, go on Discord. I've just typed in Benidorm and that was the first thing that came up. Just as you're saying that.
Yeah, like, that's kind of like them, just old fat boomers like, but it's not even just, it's not for disabled people anymore, it's for normal.
It's such a strange place. It's so strange. It's so weird. I remember my mum used to watch Benidorm the show. You know, it was a show.
I haven't seen it. I know it's a show.
Yeah. I used to think, what? This is not funny at all.
I don't know. I feel like there's like There's loads of people will like judge, like I don't know, you'll be called like a travel snob if you don't want to go to Benidorm, and you have like people like
Yeah,
trying to convince you.
the other guy, that I work with, Paul, he's like that. But Tenerife's a bit like that now as well. Well, that's like the normie holiday location.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to go to it, or Turkey, no, I'd say Benidorm, Turkey, and then Mexico's coming into the mix a little bit as well.
Mexico.
Yeah. But they don't see Mexico. They're just in a resort. If they took one foot out of the resort, they're killed by cartels. This is why I never understand the hype about Mexico. Yeah, of course it looks nice. You're in a fucking resort. You could build a resort in Stoke-on-fucking-Trent and it would look nice. You're in a resort that's made to look like fucking holiday. Are you not going to apologise then, Preston? Because you're on thin ice. I've given you back your name. Me and Kieran were originally going to call you The Thing for 2 months. We weren't going to acknowledge that you're a human being. I can bring them rules back into play if need be.
But it has to be sincere.
Hey, yeah. Kai, do we talk about how Preston's pussied out of streaming waiting for us to cool down and blow over? I noticed that too. Yeah. I noticed that too. Oh, maybe it's part of this subplot where Preston's invented it in his head that I turn everyone against him, and he thought everyone's gonna get his chat. Fuck off you. Can I just ask, Preston? I want an honest answer. Why did you turn on me the day before I got up from Cornwall? You were messaging me saying, I miss my father, I can't wait for you to get back, we'll do Resident Evil 5. The day before I'm on my way back, he flips on me. And he's done this in the past too, he did it last time I was in Cornwall. No, this is not BS, I swear this is not BS. I go through messages. I was on my way back, it was either the day I was on my way back, or the day before. You flipped on me. We were talking every day. Yes, until the final day. And then you flipped on me for some reason. No, every day. Yeah, it was great. You were saying, I can't wait for you to get back, Kai. And I was saying, yeah, we're going under the quest or whatever. Okay, if I have to go to the messages, Preston, I will. You best delete it fast. You know, it's been so long since I messaged you. You're like 100 down in my conversation list. Preston's a very jealous person, you know. He glanced at my Telegram conversation lists, and he tried grabbing my phone in Edinburgh because he saw that I have like 30 conversations. Right. When did I get home? May the 24th. Yes! May the 25th you fell out of me because it was the Victory Trebs era. We were talking about that 13th century live streamer. May the 25th. Yep. That's when we fell out.
It was that long and that long without an apology.
Oh, this is why. Because I had a go at you for trying to rush to beat me on Hellblade 2, which you probably already have. I made a point to Preston. I said, you've got 5 games running. You know I've just bought Hellblade 2. Why do you buy it just as I've bought it? It seems to me like you're really trying to just overtake me. Right? You're really trying to overtake me. And I wasn't even serious. I was like, you do whatever the fuck you want. In the end, that's when he fell out with me. And that was on May the 25th. Which was a joke. Yeah. May the 26th. What the fuck? Why do you even care about something so small? I'm not. If I don't play the game, you get mad at me. If I do, you get mad at me. But nothing changes who plays it first. Actually, Preston, I'm more trustworthy with spoilers. Or last, or middle, or next year. I've never gotten close to spoiling. So you're always the first one then? Saying I should be sidelined? These are his messages, guys. I would fucking show you.
Screenshot everything.
Yeah. With what game, mate? Literally every game I've played, you've already played it. Yeah, we've had no issues. Nothing's been spoiled. I have heard enough, I said. I'm just to it. Making Preston the outcast. Talking about himself in the third person again. And I said, you're the most favoured of them all. You get away with more than anyone has. I'm not favoured. Not by anyone. And have you ever thought I never had to get away with anything? Since I don't, because anything in the first place, that don't make sense. And I wasn't referring to this group specifically. I've not lied to you or myself. The truth is what I've said. And then the next message, just autistically, is like, oh, okay, I hope the soles on the new shoes are good. This is what I mean. Fake argument. We ban these. Nice, buy Bannerlords now. What about the back? And then later on that day, I call him for a video call. He ignores it again. He goes, mad on. And then he's going on about Hellblade the next day. How? I'm playing 5 other games as Hellblade. Precisely my point. Kai's playing it, so I must play it. You just have an issue with me. Get me back for what? Sometimes I hate you. You're such a prick. Preston, sometimes I hate you. You're such a prick. I've stopped playing it because you told me to. No one else would have done that.
He called you a prick?
But I did. Yeah, he called me a prick. That's getting screenshot too. This is May the 27th.
Yeah.
There's nothing to get away with in the first place. Oh, Preston's hating this. Preston's getting leaked. There's nothing to get away with in the first place, and it's ridiculous you say so. In the past, that's not with Hellblade. Why does he talk like he's a Hollywood villain? Playing at the same place like with Jedi Survivor. Yeah, you mean that game that you finished twice before I'd finished once? That you lied to me about playing it through a second time?
Oh yeah, remember that.
I've got 1 hour, you've got 7. I'm not tracking. You play the games. This was all a small joke, Preston, while I was at work. It was a joke, and you. What the fuck? You generally think I hate you? Why is he talking like Rick Grimes from Walking Dead? Newsflash. Oh, here we are. This gets good too. You generally think I hate you? What the fuck? Newsflash. I don't care about anyone but you. You're such an ass. You can't even see that. You can hate me, but I'd still love you. Alright, okay. And then he ignores me for 9 days straight after this. So to say that to my face is disgusting. This is what he's saying. And here he goes. If Gwen said that, I'll take it serious. And he says he's not fibbing. Nah, this is a joke, bro. And then he gets annoyed because I say Gwen's a cartoon character. And then he's talking about the Tuatha De Danann randomly.
Oh. What do they say about them?
Just that they're in sort of referenced in Hellblade.
He has nothing to say but lol.
And, oh, is this why he was annoyed as well? Because my first stream map didn't include him. He put Manalord stream then, and then no message after that. I put, why not defend yourself against Tina and Kira? And he put, I was busy with something. This is what pissed me off. This is when I stopped messaging him. I said, did you see the battles? They were really cool. And he put, nope. I said, oh, you missed out. It was a great game. Yup, sure did. And then I saw that and I was going to argue, and then I was like, do you know what? Fuck off. Give yourself advice. Anyway, that's the law thus far.
Suppose.
Shorter leash. Oh, it's not going back to normal. This is the worst thing he could have done for himself, because now we're going to fucking crack down on everything. He should never have done this. Teenage girls, yes.
Oh,
Literally,
shit,
he does get away with more than anyone. Yeah.
That's premium.
Shorter leash from now on. The council will decide if it will let you it back in, Preston, but you're on thin fucking ice.
I'll veto that vote.
Yeah. Because, unfortunately, Preston has the most games, so... Until I find someone else to be my apprentice that has all the games I have, I'm going to put up with him. But you're not my apprentice anymore, though. We're friends again, but you're not my apprentice. That's done. I fucking love bourbon creams.
I want to know why he changed his profile picture on Discord and made a big issue out of it.
So, when did you get Discord Nitro then, Preston?
Yeah.
Was that part of the grand plan to get Kai back? I've got Discord Nitro and he hasn't. And are you LARPing as Anakin Skywalker after he ruins his life? Was that your coping mechanism? You're like, oh bro, I'm exactly like Anakin when he turns the dark side, bro. Gifted to me. Yeah, by the guy. Okay, so we bring this up as well, Karen. Why did we receive friend requests from Preston? That's funny, isn't it? Because a few days ago we received friend requests from Preston. See, here I was thinking we were already friends with him. So what's he done? Can't believe you've accepted his friend request, Kieran. We agreed we weren't going to.
You really had to rub it in by deleting you on Steam.
No, this is Discord. The Discord I'm referring to.
Oh, we
Right.
deleted you onto... Oh, it was Discord.
You swearing to the gods means fucking nothing anymore, Preston, after this betrayal. No, because we got friend requests at the exact same time. Me and Kieran, and you're telling me it's a coincidence. I was on the call to Kieran and he said, "What? You got a friend request too, Kai?" No, it's not awful to even say that. Do you think the gods would be proud of the way you've behaved?
I wonder, I don't know if he deleted... I don't think he deleted me.
Yeah, I'm sure. Did you block him or did he block you? I'm sure. Did you just completely block him on Telegram? You wound him up for like a week straight and then said, "I am blocking now." I was getting fucking messages on Discord asking if Preston had mental health problems. I would get up in the morning, I'd see 740 messages on Discord.
Yeah,
And it would, but it would all just be Preston at that point.
It's terrible.
Spilling milk on my shirt stream. Well, there's no milk. What was that? Yeah, anyway. Is there any more shout out to be done before I go? And we're all going to go and think on the matter. We'll let him back in because I need revenge on Tic-Tac-Toe. So, unfortunately, I have to put up with him to do the campaign. But, thin ice. And I think he's got to be held to the same standards as Kieran and Tin and me have been, where we don't live things down for like 5 years. So this whole situation. Hey, you remember that time when Preston ignored us because of he got a girlfriend, which I helped him to get, and then he didn't message us or talk to us or even check in with us at all for like 2 or 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Well, he's not lived that down, and that was 2 years ago. So this is going to be the same rules. Yeah, he's not lived this one down. Remember that time you fell out with me because I accused you of trying to rush Hellblade 2?
Was there not an issue over the whole, 2.5 years of doing nothing, though? I thought that's what pissed...
Well, I maybe, because I shouted at him for it, but, I mean, I've been nice and he didn't get stuff done, so... I mean, I think everyone would agree that the truth is, Preston, you should be bigger than me and Kieran combined. You've got all the time in the world. You should be doing stuff with it. And granted, we've streamed and we've gone on missions and everything, but I don't think I was in the wrong for shouting at you to do the CBT. The point was not the CBT, the point was to progress. Well, I won't do it anymore. No, it's up to you now. I don't think it was healthy being that way because you didn't appreciate it. So we're best friends again, but I'm not going to... you're not my charity case anymore.
When's the apology?
I don't know. Literally, Kai, and I sent them. Well, I'm not going to sit here and demand physique updates off of Preston, Kieran. That seems a bit gay. We're not going to be friends with you unless you post shirtless photos of yourself. Kieran. I did not send the same ones as you, Kieran. Don't say me and Kai sent them. Attitude allowance has gone down. Well, I'll tell you, the bad moods and everything, they pissed me off for months and months. I don't remember, it was at a breaking point. I think we were just... I don't remember what game we were streaming, but I was so tired. I think it was ill like I am now. Pretty much like today. I'd made time for a stream because I'd committed to it, and I made time for a stream so I could talk to Preston. I'd talk, get a stream done, and I'd asked him to be there at that time, so I thought, right, I'll fucking stick to it, It's only right for me to stick to it. And then Preston was in a mood the whole stream and didn't talk. He just didn't
Yeah.
talk to me. I've been at work all day, ill and tired, and still make time for stream. And I'm carrying the conversation with two people, and he's just not talking to me. And then the fucking the actual explanation ends up being something fucking ridiculous, like, oh, I had an argument with my mum, or I lost my streak this morning. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. You're a man.
It's
Act like
it's
one.
only really a recent phenomenon though that like him not talking. I feel like it hasn't.
I'd say last 6 months.
Yeah, like that period. Yeah.
But it's manga out of order. I understand sometimes you're not in as much of a talking mood, but just don't agree to join a stream if you're going to be like that. Do you not see where I'm coming from, where like a long day of work... Remember when I was doing 7 days a week for like a month and a half on the trot? I still made time for streams, Preston. So that tells you two things. One is, what you doing with your fucking time to say you've not had time to sort out a job application or a CV2. Totally, you're not the wrong lot. See, that's just so snarky, that is. I might go to Wales soon. Where is that? Maps. My mum... Oh, that's where that castle is. Okay. My mum wants to go to Anglesey. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you. See you later, Tim.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's getting late.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this. Had a really good chat.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun talking.
Well, you'll just have to let me know what sort of when you go back to Ireland, what your schedule's looking like, and we'll. It'll be good to get you in streams more often, really, because it's so far and few between lately. You know, getting you in actually the party. So it'd be good to get in a little bit more often. And even Phasmophobia, I think in small doses, Phasmophobia is fun. Just no more than an hour, and it's still fun, I think. But
I'm trying to think of other games as well. I don't really have much, but I'm
we've
sure
got
there's
free games like PlanetSide 2 and everything, and you know there is stuff out there, Conan. But we'll obviously we won't broach the issue we had last time because that's going to cause another war. I can't afford war on two fronts against Tiernan and Preston. So
Tiernan Toe.
Yeah, but Conan is another one.
Conan, and what was it? Oh, the forest. Did you complete the forest? Didn't you?
The Forest one, but not Sons of the Forest. But I don't think you've got that. I mean, we could fucking replay the Forest one. We could actually. I mean, you've got the Forest, haven't you, Tiernan?
I have the first.
The first one. We could all go back for good old time's sake, but have a 4 team instead of a 3 team. We could do that, maybe.
Arc's a bit though. Like I feel like you start it all optimistic, and then like a weekend you're pissed off.
Well, we could do Arc. Obviously, I was thinking about Arc. We just need to set off with an idea of what we want from it, and not change too many of the settings. What put me off the last time one, and it was trying to change the settings back to how they used to be back in the day, and it melted my brain. We need to decide if we're going to do private server or public server. You know what our goals with it are, but I think we would have some fun. Maybe Arc's the one. Then. I'll install Arc then. I'll install Arc, and that could be our summer Arc game.
How much is it? You have to pay for the private servers, you know?
Well, no. Well, so no, you don't. So you can host private servers. I will host it, and then you'll all be in my game. You joined it, remember, back in the day. We did that back in the day. That was back when you sound like a girl.
When I was like 12, yeah.
You didn't tell me though, did you, bro? You didn't tell me. I thought this was like an 18-year-old guy.
The age, because I thought
it was a bit weird when you sounded higher pitched though.
I thought everyone in your stream was like older, and I was like the one like young kid. I thought like even Kieran was like 20, and like Nathan was like 20 as well. I thought I was like a little child. And I pretended it because I remember lying saying I was like 16, like I'm finishing school and stuff. I remember doing all that to like try and prove I'm not a Wayne.
That was those were good days though. Until we had some
Yeah, I remember.
good arc streams. I remember that clip when we were all on the boat and we realised that there's a pack of wolves swimming after us.
Right.
I think we landed. Oh no, we landed and then a pack of wolves came out of the woods and we all fucking scattered in different directions. And I sailed off with my friend who I'm not friends with anymore. It was like a movie moment. We gathered ourselves and we're like, wait, hang on a minute, there's only two of us, where's Tin? And we look at the shore and you're just fucking legging it like Forrest Gump over the shore with a massive pack of wolves after you. And then we think we're safe in the water and all of a sudden we see a wolf's face appear next to the raft in the water. It's doing fucking doggy paddling right next to the water. It swam out just to kill us. But I think Ark would be a good thing, because we've all got it. We just decide what we want to do with it. Whether or not we want to do a private server or...
There's two coming up in there's Ark Survival of the Fittest and Ark Survival of
Survival of the Fittest is the Battle Royale. I don't think it's got many players.
Right.
Evolved. So have you got Survival of the Fittest?
It just seems I have both. I've never played Survival of the Fittest.
Neither have I. We could even give that a go, but it's a Battle Royale, but not bad like the others. The matches are like 50 minutes long and you basically have to tame as many dinosaurs. Anyway, let's do the main game, probably. We'll do the main game. Ark 1's still online, yeah. What do you have on? Is it Epic or Steam?
I have it on Steam.
I think it works across the board, really, though. But no, the second one's not out. That was just the original game with Unreal Engine instead of Frostbite. Whatever engine they were using before. It was so bad. What was so bad? What, the remake? Yeah. No, I bet it's still up and running,
Conan Exiles. Yeah. Well, there's options.
There is a lot of new stuff in Conan, though. There's sieges and stuff in it now, Tin.
What was there?
There's a lot of new stuff in that, so maybe we go... Because you're going to have some free time over summer, I'm guessing. And, Preston's not currently working. Kieran finishes his job, he said, in June or July. We could all get on a summer Ark game, guys, and we make some memories. Because we've done that in the last 2 years. We did Conan. We did. I remember it being boiling hot in here and pissing with sweat when we were playing Conan. And I was eating Titan chocolate bars. Us three. Do you remember when we went? Did you just fart?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was at the chair.
Oh, okay.
Is that it? Is that it?
Likely story. But I remember us killing Valis the Loyal. We went into that fucking cave and we just shot him with arrows. My working's been prolonged. Yeah, but by how long, Kieran? Surely, though, Kieran, you're not going to want to be working 5 days a week at the height of summer. Get real. Surely you're going to want to live summer a bit. So you're going to stop working in November then when the weather's shit and you're miserable? Come on, bro. August time at least, you should be having some fun. So you will have time to play. So I think we should all get on a game. Ark's a game we'll all have. I'll install Exiles if you want to go back to that, because there's some good stuff in there.
Both games are over 100 gigabytes.
Did you ever get your SSD?
No.
I knew that.
I need to get a RAM stick as well, because every time I go in Task Manager, it says I'm using 100% RAM. So I feel like that's why I get lag spikes at times. Cause
how much RAM have you got?
I've got 8 gigabytes, but
that's probably not enough, is it? You need 16.
Yeah.
Is it a laptop?
It's only my laptop. Yeah.
Are you able to get sticks of RAM for it?
I can, yeah. I think they're like 40 quid for maybe 35.
I'll get 16 is like the minimum now, I think, for a lot of games.
I was gonna get them back when I was back home in Derry, because I didn't wanna. I don't have the tools to open. I know it sounds simple. I don't have a screwdriver, but I want to wait until I'm back home and have all that.
Here's the thing, Kai. I've only worked 64.5 hours in this last pay period. Well, this last pay period is only 2 weeks, Kieran, isn't it? I believe. So, times that by 2, and that's like 130 hours in a month. So you've worked full time then? Yeah, 64. I mean, half of that is full time hours. 30, 32 or whatever. 35 is full time hours. Well, it's your decision, it's your life, Kieran, but you got to think about your memories as well. Do you remember when we played the Forest? Do you remember when we played Sons of the Forest? Do you remember when we played, I know you weren't on Conan, but when we were playing Conan? Okay. Do you remember a random day up north when you were working? Probably not. So that's my point. I used to work 180. Yeah, but you were living to work then. Is what I'm saying. I'm not dissing your job now, Kieran. I'm saying make some time this summer, even if it's not to stream with us. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be I regret so much how hard I worked when I was 20, when I was your age. Put in so many hours a day into making videos. It was a mistake. You gotta live through the summer, and you gotta take at least a month off in the summer, and you've gotta have some summer quests, but also have a summer playthrough with us. And I think Ark probably will be that one. I think it'd be funny if we're all in the personalities, but I also think that going back to the Forest might be fun, but with turning in, and we play that. Oh my god, it's the good old days. The good old days. Mineral pool. See, I've got some loads of things planned actually in the next few weeks. I don't know if I want to talk about them though, if they'll make it less likely to happen. So I'm not going to talk about them. But
Does that happen?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel sometimes like, you know.
I think don't tell someone, show them. So don't tell me about what you're going to do, Preston. Show me. Same with Kieran. So yeah, don't tell me, show me, because that just encourages action anyway. But at the same time, for whatever reason, it seems to stop the manifestation happening if you waffle on about something. When's the next stream? Definitely not tomorrow, because I'm going to be fucked.
Maybe.
Saturday, maybe. Kieran. Tell you what, if you're going to be... Well, actually, you said your internet's still not set up, so you won't be joining, will you, Kieran? You promised me the 6th of June, Kieran, which is one of the reasons I streamed today. You've let me down.
Yeah, but I would hear Kieran's interlude on nothing.
Can I have that in English, please? Fucking hell.
I thought I would hear Kieran's interlude on.
Yeah, so did I. I mean,
Jippos.
we were saving it, weren't we? At the start, we were like, we're not going to have a go at you yet, Preston. We're going to save it for when Kieran joins. I will do one stream this weekend, at least one stream, yeah. So I'm going to be working Wednesday to Friday, pretty much for the rest of the summer. Apart from in August, I'm going to be busy every weekend, dry stone walling. And then next weekend, I'm also dry stone walling. And I've got to travel really far for that, so I'll be busy on the weekend. But, yeah. That's one of the plans, but that's already set in stone, so I will talk about that.
I got an email from the place I'm staying on holidays.
In Italy.
In Italy, yeah. I was gonna when I arrive, I arrive quite late. I arrive at 8 o'clock, but to get to the place I'm staying at, it'll take about 2 hours.
In a car.
And no, on a train.
Fucking hell. See, that's what I always dread about going somewhere far away like that, is like, even in Spain, or Rome, a taxi for like 50 minutes from the airport. But then at the same time, you don't want to stay next to an airport. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on though. So, 2 hours.
Well, it's about 2 hours, yeah. And then
Fucking hell.
the thing is, I got a message from the place saying the check-in is only 9, and I probably won't arrive till about 11. Or
So
half
what? So
10.
you can't check in after that time?
So I don't know if I'll be able to stay there or not. I've emailed them saying what are my options here.
They'll usually have a night team. Because you won't be the only one. You won't be the first one to arrive later than the time. Is it a
'Cause it
hotel?
said check-in. No, it's a hostel. It said check-in is not possible after 9 p.m.
I don't know how you can stay in a hospital knowing the kind of person you are. I would think it would piss you off.
But it's just cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap for a
quality,
reason. You had a bunch of Asian men wanking in the last one that you stayed at, you said.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. That was one of them. But Europeans are better. I
I
think
know
that's
they
what
are,
it
yeah,
is.
for sure, but do you not worry about your stuff being stolen?
I don't really have. It's only closed.
Camera, phone.
Oh,
What if one of them
fair
wants to steal your
No, I
anal
sleep with
virginity?
them.
You what? Sleep
No,
with
no.
them?
I sleep with my phone.
You'll
and my
attack him
camera.
with an umbrella. I fucking love it. Do you remember that story that you told us, guys, when someone started a fight with him and Tin had an umbrella to hand? He was like, "Do you know what? Get umbrellaed, bro." Fucking Umbrella Academy. I was proud of Tin that day, but Tin made promises that he didn't keep that day. He said, well, kind of. He said this has shown him that he needs to streak more. Because you told me, you said if you'd streaked, you think you would have won that fight. Or, not taken the hits that you did. I suppose you have got seriously bit about
the
it.
night before.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing quite well at the moment.
To be fair, yeah. Lately. See you, Kieran. The discussion between Preston and the rest of the council is not closed. I just wish I'd seen him on CCTV turn and beat the crap out of this guy with an umbrella.
But they couldn't fucking prove it was. They couldn't prove the police because apparently they could only like see the back of my heel or something. I don't know, or like the back of my foot.
Well, I mean, you're allowed to use weapons in defense if it's in your hand.
Cause he had like a glass as well, and then he put it down. But like I wasn't sure if what he would have done because he was drunk. Or
I just imagine the surprise. This guy in fucking probably dressed quite well, in your blue suede shoes and everything, just starts walloping him with an umbrella.
I remember loads of people came running out of a hotel, so like. You need to like phone the police. There's like a form. I was like, you need to phone the police. And I was like, what? Like, because I was like, why should I phone the police? Like, they don't do anything. Like, it's really
You
not
were
that
like
serious.
fighting for your life, and you came home and you just messaged me. You said, "I've beaten a man up with an umbrella. Good night."
That's terrible.
33 days. What am I on now? Hang on. 12th of April was my last loss. So, 55. Tan and shirt. He said it didn't sound like him. Skinny jeans, tan and shirts.
That doesn't sound
everyone,
like me.
Everyone thinks it does.
Hi.
Hi.
It
Right.
doesn't even sound Irish.
Good night, Kieran. It does. Oh, bro, don't gaslight me. It does sound Irish. To be fair, though, we used to think Preston sounded Irish. So
He put on a whole thing,
he didn't put on an accent, but we'd asked where he was from. He said, "I don't know.
He said he was, yeah.
I don't know."
Because he told everyone he was Irish, and then he...
No, he said, "I don't think so. I'm not sure." Like, I think you'd know if you're in Ireland. Just look down. Am I in Ireland? For fuck's sake. And he's going, I don't know. He sounded more Irish back then than he does now. It's just the catch on his words, like, what? That catch there. What? That sort of catch. That's what I thought sounded a bit Irish.
Bless him.
Bless him. I just love how he said, I don't know. Do you live in Ireland, Preston? I don't know. You cute little weirdo. Right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Preston used to have a different accent. Why, man. Back when Preston was less evil, yeah. Good night, Tennant. See you soon. Have a good day tomorrow.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
See you, Kieran. See you, Gypsy. Good night, everyone.